You're watching FanDuel Sports Network, the home of the Clippers, Kings, and Angels.
And a beautiful night for baseball back at the Big A as we welcome you to Angels Live, presented by Spectrum on FanDuel Sports Network. It's a divisional matchup this weekend as the Angels welcome in the Seattle Mariners for 3 here at the Big A. Lots to talk about, lots to talk over before we get you ready for first pitch. Quite a triumphant return for Mike Trout on the road trip. Beat the schedule, came back against the Guardians. We'll take a look back at the road trip, plus dangerous bat. Yeah, Joe Del Taylor Ward, lots of thump in their bat as of late. We'll take a look back at their offense on the road trip, plus deep threat. Yeah, a lot of home runs from the Angels, all up and down the lineup. We'll dive into all of the offense for the Halos before Game 1. We welcome you inside the Big A alongside Mark Gubizak, Garrett Anderson. I'm Erica Weston. Great to be with you all on this Friday evening. GA, I feel like it's been a month since we've seen you. I guess it's how long that road trip felt.
It's been a week. I didn't go on the road, so it doesn't matter to me.
You were just sitting around twiddling your thumbs?
Exactly.
Yeah, every day.
And golfing.
Wow, really? Tough life, GA. Tough life, GA.
I'm not afraid to admit it.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't be at all. But Gooby, the Angels come off a series victory tonight, heading back at home. Great to come off a series win against the Red Sox.
There was a lot of sunny days there in Boston.
Days.
Yes, a lot of sunny days, and the offense was definitely swinging the bat well against the Boston Red Sox. A lot of runs scored, almost won all 3 games, almost had a sweep in Boston, played very well. Actually played pretty well in Cleveland. They win that series, swung the bats well in there. So the offense itself has really been great overall on the road. Hopefully they'll carry that to the Big A here and start here against Seattle, where you're going to have to score some runs against a team on that mound that throws a lot of fastballs.
Yeah, last time the Angels saw the Mariners back at their place, a quick 2-game series, the offense just hadn't hit a groove yet, and we saw a lot of power on this road trip. But GA, most importantly, we saw Mike Trout back.
Yeah, it's important to get him back in the lineup. It lengthens out the lineup, and it's good to see that he's healthy and he's back swinging. What I saw on the road trip is how short he was to the ball, and so his swing like this is not going to go into a slump. He'll find it quick just because he has such a short swing. And I didn't see any of the funny swings either. Like when he's kind of searching for something, he kind of swings on his heels, and he'll have a tendency to overswing. But everything was so short to the ball there. And, that home run right there, he absolutely crushed that.
Yeah, G.A., you're right about that, his hands. He's all about his hands. We talk that so often about with him. It's not about his foot. It's about his hands getting through the baseball. And he was direct and short. That went 454, by the way, the one in Fenway Park. And you're exactly right about that, G.A. You can speak to it more than anybody else. When you have a guy like that back in your lineup, the length of the lineup changes all around, and everyone else can just relax with their swings because you got the big boy back in there.
Yeah, it's nice to have him back in the lineup.
It's a coveted DH position, certainly a crowded spot in the rotation. He's back DHing tonight. He was also doing some light work in the outfield out in right field this afternoon before the game today. Here's more from the manager, Ron Washington, on Trout returning to the outfield.
He said he felt good. It was just minimal motion. That's all, just minimal motion. Nothing that really challenged him, but it's a start.
Is the plan to slowly ramp it up this homestand, or how do you see it playing out?
Well, we're going to do it again tomorrow and see how he comes out of it and give him a day. And then me personally, I think Mike's going to say he's ready to go soon. He's beat the time on getting in the games, and I don't see why he's not going to beat the time on the defensive side, but we have to just wait.
If you had a day in mind to put him back in right, what would your guess be?
I don't have a day. I think Mike going to let us know about how he feel and what he think he's capable of doing. But we're talking about Mike Trout. Like I said, we thought that we needed to hold him out till we got to Boston. He went in Cleveland. Being Mike Trout, we just go through the process and he'll let us know. And I do think he's going to beat the timetable. I don't think anyone expected Mike to come back like he came back and go 5 for 8. I mean, get 8 hits and drive in 5 runs right away. I thought we were going to have to wait. I did. But we're talking about Mike Trout. So when you see it, it doesn't surprise you because he still do things that other people on the baseball field can't do. That's no doubt about it. You can get a 70% Mike Trout and to be 100% of a lot of players in this league. So, no, hey, I was surprised, but then again, I'm not, because we're talking about Mike Trout.
We talking Mike Trout?
We're talking about practice. We're talking about practice.
Talking Mike Trout. That's so great. That's so wild.
Nobody's surprised, though. Nobody's surprised.
We're talking Mike Trout.
We're talking Mike Trout.
Yes.
We're definitely talking Mike Trout. But, GA, as far as ramping it up, getting him back out in the outfield, a position he's still getting acclimated to, what do you think that ramp-up process might look like or feel like for him?
It's definitely necessary because he doesn't have his legs under him to even think about playing in the big leagues, play 9 innings. So it's definitely a ramp-up. You can almost treat it, in my opinion, like spring training. You just do a lot of drills. You're on your legs. You're doing a lot of running. Fortunately, he can DH at night and get off his feet. But, yeah, it's going to have to be a collective thing. I think Wash would like to allude to let it be his idea, but players always err on the wrong side of things. They want to go out and play. So, he's in year 15. So you're going to have to start taking a hard look at getting off your feet sometimes.
I just think this swing in the bat right now, we just talked about it a minute ago, his presence in the lineup, how important he is. If it means DH it for a while before he gets back out to the outfield, so be it. Go through the drills, get ready, but you don't want to force him out there quicker because you want to make sure you have Mike Trout in there for the long haul this season, see what kind of numbers he can put up, see how he can help this team start winning some games.
You know who's not happy to see him back? The Mariners.
Yeah, they're sleepless in Seattle.
They're always sleepless when they have to face Mike Trout. He quite literally owns them against the Mariners. The all-time leader in home runs, 54 GA against the Mariners.
I can't
He's just laughing. He's laughing.
That's
by the
hilarious.
way.
I mean, every hitter does have the team that they hit, but 54 home runs. I mean, I'm sure some of that has to do with the unbalanced schedule, but that's just mashing the ball. I mean, they just, it doesn't matter who's on the mound. He's just mashing.
I mean, and they've had some great pitchers over the years. I remember that at bat he had against Logan Gilbert a couple years ago where he threw him 9 straight fastballs at 97+ miles an hour, and on the 9th one, he hit a home run at dead center field. You can see his reaction. Gilbert going, really? I mean, 54, 102 extra base hits is unbelievable what he does. That's some pretty good ownage.
Exactly. Speaking of a good road trip, we're going to continue the conversation as far as the offense goes. A couple of guys that were swinging a bat well. Gooby, let's start with Joe Adell, and if he can continue what we saw on this road trip here at home, it's going to be some great things for the Halos.
Yeah, what I'm seeing of late from him, too, he's got 7 home runs you see over the last 25 games, but on that road trip, hit 3 home runs, 2 of them versus fastballs. Just a few weeks ago, he was hitting 145 total against fastballs. Now it's jumped up 50 points to 194, so not exactly where you want to be, but when you have that big of a climb, you're starting to hit fastballs well, upper part of strike zone, lower part, going the right center. I mean, he's still been hitting the ball, especially breaking balls really well, GA.
Well, there's something that, he could probably take a little harder look at as far as hitting fastballs. I mean, you're going to see a lot of them. You might as well lean on what you're going to probably see the most of. But for me, the home run that he hit in Cleveland was pretty awesome, and he probably got asked himself why he did it.
Yeah. Well, Taylor Ward also is a dangerous bat in the Angels lineup. 17 home runs this season, and Gooby, we know a lot of those have come on the road.
Yeah, 13 of them. So maybe you can start carrying some of those home runs on the road. Bring it back to the Big A, where you're going to need some, especially against the staff we're seeing in these next 3 days with Seattle and Oakland comes, or keep calling them Oakland.
Oh, boy.
West Sacramento comes into town, the Athletics. So, I mean, you just got to keep putting it together. He's a streaky hitter. We say that in his timing, when he got his hand through the baseball, it doesn't matter what you're throwing him. And he just has that swing going. When he's hitting the ball good, he can carry the club.
And when he's hitting the ball good, he gets that foot down. A lot of times he get caught in between, and that could be a little bit of cause of the inconsistency. But once he gets the foot down, the head's not moving, he puts great swings on balls.
Well, just to follow Joe Adell, GA, I know you are often talking about the fastball. He's going to see a lot of them this weekend. It'll be a good test for him over the weekend.
It will, and he knows it. So, I mean, he's going to have to, make that adjustment because he knows it's coming. And as a hitter, that's actually a luxury, which you're going to get a steady diet of. So he wouldn't have to be guessing at all.
And he saw a lot of fastballs in the 2 games. You remember, they got fastballs by him in that series, and you're facing a staff that throws a ton of fastballs. You're talking anywhere between 65 and 70% fastball usage. You don't really see that in the game anymore, but Seattle believes in it, and Joe Adell has been swinging the bat much better against fastball, so hopefully he continues that. He's got to go to right center field a couple of those swings. If he does that, he's got a chance to have a big series.
Yeah, Gooby, Johnny Washington we saw on the field before the game today. He was talking about, hey, maybe my guys, when we saw them in Seattle, they weren't just in a good spot, they weren't in a groove, and he hopes that they see the exact same kind of pitching that time so they know how to adjust.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of hitters at that point. Even Taylor Ward was missing, taking fastballs. Nolan Schanuel was taking fastballs at that point. And when Are taking fastballs, I'm feeling pretty good.
That's a dangerous laugh there, G.A.
No, it's true. I mean, from a hitter standpoint, if you take a fastball or strike in the zone, the bat becomes extremely difficult. So I wouldn't suggest taking any fastballs. I mean, that's what I hit off of. But at the end of the day, you have to be able to command the fastball in the zone.
Well, as far as the offense on the other side of things, a guy we hope isn't sending him out into the outfield, into the rock pile, that would be Cal Raleigh, Gooby, who has crushed the baseball, leads baseball in home runs with 24 this season.
And he's playing the catching position, one of the most demanding positions. So he's playing almost all 22 of the 24 home runs he hit while he was catching. That's how amazing it is. And 13 go-ahead RBIs this season for Cal Raleigh. He's the one to put him into the postseason a couple of years ago. He has a lot of big moment hits. The Angels have seen a couple of those guys already, from Aaron Judge to Ramirez. You saw Devers. Now you got Cal Raleigh. The way he swings, you can't forget about Julio. Exceptionally well, 9 home runs on the first pitch he sees. So it's a pretty good idea to make sure you're not right in the middle of the plate on that first pitch against him.
Man after my own heart. But yeah, he definitely does it. He plays the hardest position on the field. So we always ask ourselves, why do they keep pitching to him? I mean, we say that with every team.
Good stuff, guys. We've got much more as we get you ready. There's Cal Raleigh getting ready for the game tonight. Kyle Hendricks, who just walked on the field behind us, he's getting the start in game 1 against the Mariners, hoping for another career milestone. Stick with us more as we get you ready for first pitch from the Big A on the other side of the spring.
Yordan Alvarez is just becoming this consistent hitting machine.
The big man who wears 44 is 4 for 4.
Face of the franchise, everything that is Houston now.
He's top 5 in every category for the Houston Astros historically.
Always just assume they're going to play in the ALCS.
There's no effort. Boom.
And you can kiss that goodbye. That's a game winner.
Late inning heroics once again. He's a legend.
Unbelievable.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning.
Grand slam!
Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Nissan. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
We got our hands up in the air, 'cause it's a party. We having fun here, 'cause it's a party. Oh my, this guy is next level. Oh my goodness.
Lots of great baseball coming, and good guess, by the way.
Play baseball like I'm still a young kid, like a little teenager.
Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
How about that? No way! What a moment! This is the show that never ends.
Favorite large 2-topping pizza for just $6.99 each, this week only at Domino's.
Angels Live on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Spectrum, a connection built for everywhere. That's life unlimited. That's Spectrum. Angels kicking off Beach Weekend tonight from the Big A. A couple Halo fans sporting the giveaway tonight, the Hawaiian shirt giveaway. You can expect to see Mark Gubicza rocking that at some point during the game tonight.
Or at the very least in New York City next week.
Who knows? Walking around. Let's take a peek around the majors before we look back into tonight's game. What a matchup in Detroit tonight. Standing room only. Teams with the best records in the National League and the American League. Cubs at Tigers. Currently 3-1 Tigers in the bottom of the 8th inning. Tough news, though, for the Diamondbacks with Corbin Burns out for the rest of the season. Tommy John surgery. And Francisco Lindor, he got a bad toe. Stubbed his pinky toe. Not on the IL. He's going to try to grind it out with the pain. But, Gooby, that's really, really tough news for Corbin Burns and the D-backs.
Yeah, Corbin Burns is one of my favorite pitchers. He goes out in attack mode every single time he takes them out. He had a 2.66 ERA for the Diamondbacks this season already. Cut fastball, electric, but he took the ball every day. Every time out there, every 5th day, and he was going deep in the ball game, and it gave his team a chance to win everywhere he has been. And for the Diamondbacks, when you look at their team coming into the season, they were as dangerous as any team in all of baseball, especially with him as the ace of the staff. This really hurts the Diamondbacks. They're 500 right now, 31-31. Their offense is great. Their bullpen's been up and down, but now having their ace gone, it's going to be tough for them.
The first year of that big contract for Burns. Jay, you were playing with a broken toe?
Yeah. I had a small crack on the big toe, fouled it off, and kept playing through it. Pinky toe might be a little bit different.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I did 1 year.
How long did the pain last?
Probably 2 months.
Ooh.
Yeah, about 2 months. It was just a constant pinch every time I ran.
Ooh.
Were they calling you Stripes, Sergeant?
Among other things.
It's his big toe, Sergeant, big toe.
Oh my goodness.
Now we're dating. I'm dating myself again.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. So I'm going to try to get things back on track as we look to tonight's starter, Gooby. That's something I can talk about. And Kyle Hendricks, he gets the ball tonight in Game 1.
The professor just still looking for that 100th career win. What a moment would it be to be able to get that here at the Big A. I mean, he's thrown the ball well, really, when you go back to his last few starts, thinking he was going to be able to get that. Just go out there and keep doing what he's doing, go that 5-6 innings, keep the team in there, give him a chance to win. My go-tos for him to be successful is dot that changeup on the lower corners, that cut changeup, fade changeup, keep that on the corners, and then upper zone with his fastball. You think, okay, he's not overpowering, but he's very successful when he rides that fastball upper zone.
Tough luck last time out against the Guardians in Cleveland, 4 runs in 5 2/3 innings before the bullpen. Couldn't hold up their end of the bargain, but GA, as a hitter facing him, knowing what he's got, it's important for Kyle to get through those early innings. So how are you planning to attack him?
Oh, first of all, you want to see if he's throwing strikes, because generally he's going to be trying to nibble on the corners, but you got to expect that he will throw strikes. And, you know, and for me, you know, as a hitter, you know, you just want to make sure that he is, you know, attacking the zone, and you know what he's going to do. He doesn't get a lot of swing and misses, but he does pitch to contact.
Living on the edges, right, Gooby?
Yeah, living on the edge. You got a little Aerosmith.
It's definitely not your cue.
Don't forget to watch Stripes tonight when you get home.
I'll add it to the ever-growing list of films from you and your recommendations. Thanks,
You'll like that one.
Thanks,
Bill Murray will be happy.
Bill Murray. Get on out of here. Get on out of here. All right, we've got more to come as we get you ready for first pitch here from the Big A. First of 3 this weekend against the Mariners. Nolan Schanuel, he's been a steady presence at the top of the Angels lineup. We'll dive in on his season and his road trip next.
I want to talk about the Angels. They're my big surprise team of 2025.
The Angels make sure the halo will shine brightly tonight.
The energy level and the swag and the confidence.
It is Trout here.
Game's on notice.
Magneto magnificent.
High octane. It is fuel. It is hot. It's coming at you in a big way.
It was 105.5 miles an hour.
No way.
And the Halos are unstoppable right now.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance.
Boom. Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastball. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are.
The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
The face of the game of baseball is running through this guy right here.
That dude has electricity coming out of his pores.
You're changing the sport, man. I go out there every day and give them 100%.
Every day he does something that draws your attention.
Green is cooking with gas.
It feels like he's finally put it all together. I think Hunter Green's about to become a super ace of a playoff team. That's what the Cincinnati Reds are going to be in 2025.
Adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Angels Live on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Spectrum, the connection built for everywhere. And that's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum. Angels back at home as they get ready to host the Mariners this weekend. How about this, Angels fans? Sunday, reminder, Angels and Mariners will be a simulcast, so you'll be able to watch the game right here on FanDuel Sports Network or Fox 11 Plus, a local over-the-air station. So tune in Sunday at 12:30 for all the action as the Angels will close out their series this weekend against the Mariners. We welcome you back inside the ballpark. Eric West and Garrett Anderson getting closer to first pitch. Listen, the top of the Angels lineup on this road trip, they were doing a lot of damage, and we know how the discipline for Nolan Schanuel up there, we know how key it is, and he's come up with some key moments for the Angels.
Yeah, it is impressive. He hasn't been in the big leagues very long, and he has real good command of the zone. And, you know, generally when he strikes out looking, he's pretty much right most of the time. So, you know, that's one of the key things that I like about his swing is that he stays on everything. He hits the ball where it's pitched. I think he's starting to do it a little bit more now that I think he's getting more at-bats and comfortable, because I'm starting to see more balls go up the middle to left field, whereas he was kind of, you know, trying to get the head out a little bit. But he's a middle-of-the-field guy. All his damage is going to be done, and that's where all the hits are in baseball, is in the middle of the field. So it's nice to see him that he's able to start hitting some extra base hits as well.
Yeah, GA, the difference from last year to this year is last year he was just trying to find a pitch where he could get a hit. This year he's trying to find a pitch where he could do damage with it.
Yeah, and that just comes with experience. And, you know, you want, as a hitter, you want to develop at a quick pace to start learning how to do those things. But it is a process. It's going to take time. He is a young ball player with, you know, very minimal experience. So moving forward, this is a good foundation for him moving forward, that he's able to command the zone and also, you know, understand what pitch to do with certain pitches.
He gets on base a lot. Is there anybody that he reminds you of? Any player that he reminds you of?
Eckstein? No, I'm just being silly.
Wow.
No, Wally Joyner. I would think more Wally Joyner.
Okay. I heard the guys talking about that this weekend in Boston. Well, there were some transactions. One transaction before the game today. The Angels did option Sam Aldeguerri back to AA Rocket City. Jose Fermin is back up with the Angels in the bullpen. Here's more from Ron Washington today on the transactions and what he sees the outlook in the coming days for the Angels bullpen.
When Fermin was down, we tried to get him to go back-to-back days, maybe get 2 innings in. So we'll figure it out as we go along, and that's what we've been doing to this point, and we'll just continue to figure it out until, you know, something happens.
How did you think Aldeguerri looked the other day?
I thought he did an outstanding job. He gave us 50 pitches, and the 2 lefties that was coming, I just thought that maybe we need to put something different on him, and it didn't work out. But no, he was outstanding. He gave us 50 pitches, so he did a great job.
Yeah, GA, the Angels bullpen has come and gone this season. They've found a groove right now. What are you seeing and liking out of the bullpen?
They're throwing strikes, and they're starting to be used, and I think they're starting to get used to being in these pressure situations, because they are winning some games and they're not pitching in games that are out of hand. So that experience is value in itself to be able to get out there and do that. And you're going to have some struggles sometimes, but overall they're going to get, you know, find their way by being in those pressure situations.
Yeah, it's all going to come and go in the course of a long season, and they've certainly hit their stride as of late. All right, we're getting closer to first pitch. Game 1 tonight against the Seattle Mariners. On the other side of this break, we're going to take a look at both starting lineups. Game 1, Halos and Mariners tonight from the Big A.
There's an easier way. From little fixes to big projects, taking care of your home is easy with Thumbtack. Download the Thumbtack app and start caring for your home today.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Nissan. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
The Mets were a great story last season. You got to think the expectations are sky high. They know that they're built to win.
I love the additions.
Juan Soto to the Mets. It's real.
This is landscape changing that changes the arc of the Mets.
We want to make a dynasty.
Really like their bullpen a lot.
It's going to take everything from everybody.
We got to stay together and we got to post up.
On the Pizza Hut app, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Welcome back, sports fans. How about this, Angels fans? When the Angels win the game, you win free McDonald's fries. Get free medium fries tomorrow with any $2 purchase that's only on the McDonald's app and only at participating McDonald's. Look at how happy happy they are, enjoying the sweet taste of victory with Mickey D's French fries. All right, how about this? Get ready for Golic and Golic. That's Mike Golic Jr. getting ready to throw the first pitch tonight, featuring Mike Golic Sr., Mike Golic Jr. That's coming to FanDuel Sports Network starting June 9th, so just a couple days from now. They're bringing the heat with bold takes, big personalities, and some of the biggest names in sports. Don't miss it. Weekdays at noon, only on FanDuel Sports Network. Moving right along, GA. Here's a look at the Angels lineup tonight, Game 1 against the M's.
I think they should just pretend they're on the road. That's what they should do. They do so well on the road, but no, this is a good lineup. Nice to see Trout back in the lineup.
Yeah, he's DHing tonight. It's Jorge Soler once again in right field. Travis d'Arnaud doing the catching. What is that? What is that with the home-road split? It evens out, doesn't it?
No, it never evens out. No?
Okay, they're just road warriors. They're just road warriors, I guess. Well, that's the Angels lineup that's going to be going up against Bryce Miller tonight, who starts for the second time since returning from the injured list. That was right elbow inflammation. GA struggling as of late. Nearly 2 more runs on his ERA. It went up over his last 3 starts.
Yeah, he's been really successful against the Angels, with the 5 starts and 4 earned runs in 27 innings. But, as of late, he has, struggled a little bit. But, sometimes you see those uniforms that you had success in. So hopefully they keep his struggle continue.
You mean like Mike Trout watching the other side of things? Yeah, he gave up 14 runs in 13 innings pitched over his last 3 outings. And here's a look at the Mariners lineup tonight. Their offense overall has been struggling, GA, but not for the guy at the catcher position in Cal Raleigh.
Yeah, I don't know why, guys. We say this all the time. Why do we pitch the guys that are doing well? But, what he's really doing is he's hitting the mistakes. So, and the guy in front of me, not too bad either. So, at any time, this lineup can put some runs on the board. So, hopefully the Angel pitchers keep the ball down in the zone.
Yeah, watch out for that top of the lineup. Thanks for joining us for Angels Live pregame. Coming up, first pitch. It's Patrick O'Neill, Mark Gubiza on the call. Enjoy the game. Have a great Friday. We'll see you throughout the night tonight from the Big A.
The face of the game of baseball is running through this guy right here.
That dude has electricity coming out of his pores.
You're changing the sport, man. I go out there every day and give them 100%.
Every day he does something that draws your attention.
Green is cooking with gas.
It feels like he's finally put it all together. I think Hunter Green's about to become a super ace of a playoff team. That's what the Cincinnati Reds are going to be in 2025.
The MLB Network podcast is here. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network podcast, presented by New Balance. Available wherever you get your podcasts.
MLB The Show 25, take 3.
What's up, guys? I'm Eli De La Cruz.
This is Paul Skeens.
Gunnar Henderson here. I am super excited to be sharing the cover of MLB The Show 25.
But we're going to play for real?
This is the fun part right here.
It's a huge honor to be on the cover with 2 great athletes.
Welcome to the show.
That's a wrap.
Spectrum.
There's an easier way. From little fixes to big projects, taking care of your home is easy with Thumbtack. Download the Thumbtack app and start caring for your home today.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the Plains and Angels.
Angels baseball on FanDuel Sports Network is on the air. Your Halos return home for a 6-game homestand, starting with 3 against the Seattle Mariners before the Athletics come into town. A good opportunity for the Halos to make up some ground in the division. A nice little Hawaiian shirt giveaway here tonight. That is an absolute keeper. Show up on a Friday, work alongside Mark Gubaza. Good things happen. Looking for a W for sure. Alongside Mr. Hand. Aloha, Mr. Hand. I mean, Mark Gubaza, Patrick O'Neill here with you. It's beach weekend, Gooby, and a good chance for the Halos to show off that offense once again.
Especially, they swung the bats really well on the road to go to Cleveland, especially in Boston, scoring some runs. Won that series against the Red Sox. Hopefully carry that momentum against Seattle. Seattle played them really good in a 2-game setup in Seattle. Little different team, though, for the offense for the Halos, going where they're hitting fastballs a lot better.
Certainly the Halos would have liked to have swept Boston. Nonetheless, let's keep it going. And Mike Trout is back, 10 for 21, just mashing. That's great to see.
His hands look so quick through the baseball reel, short and direct. And when you're seeing Mike Trout swing that way, everyone else in the lineup, 1 through 9, has been much, much better with Trouty back in there. He's got 1 home run, 5 RBIs. He's got a double on a changeup, homer on a fastball. He's been really hitting good four-seam fastballs very well because those hands are so quick right now. An OPS over 1,200. So Trouty looks real good since coming back from that IL. Hopefully continues against a club that he absolutely crushes too.
I think his eyes are lighting up whenever he sees the Seattle Mariners. I mean, the numbers are absolutely insane. Pretty much every franchise record against Seattle.
102 extra base hits in his career. This is covering his 185 games. 54 home runs and an OPS over 1,000 with 135 RBIs. The batting average 321. And when you look historically for Seattle, their staff, they've had some really, really good arms. But Mike Trout, timing has been real good against them. Hopefully it continues against Seattle here today. He's going to face a tough pitcher and pitchers throughout this entire series. So hopefully Mike Trout does Mike Trout things against Seattle.
I hope so. Angels have seen some pretty good players lately, right? You got Aaron Judge, you've seen Jose Ramirez, Rafael Devers, and now the big dumper. Cal Raleigh is leading the league in homers with 24, switch hitting catcher. He's been unbelievable.
Patio, to play a demanding position like he does and to have 24 home runs, 22 as a catcher, 2 as a DH, catching every day, gold glove defense, and to do the things he's doing along with 49 RBIs, and he's the one that's been swinging the bat exceptionally well. 13 go-ahead RBIs this season already for Cal Raleigh. And when you go back historically, he's the one who put him in the postseason a few years ago with a walk-off home run. So he's a big moments guy. He jumps on the first pitch a lot. 9 first pitch home runs. You got to be real careful with him this entire series, and especially tonight for Kyle Hendricks.
You mentioned Kyle Hendricks, the professor, going for career win number 100. Is tonight the night?
It's all about the Benjamins,
yes,
Patio. And he's about to get that 100th win here tonight. He's been real close a couple times. Hopefully tonight, enough runs scored. Bullpen does their job. And he gets career number 100.
Mahalo on an excellent open, and fired up to work with you once again as the Angels kick off beach weekend here at the Big A. It's the Angels taking on the Seattle Mariners, division rivals. Square off. First pitch coming up next.
We do not talk about this superstar enough, and that's Rafael Devers.
6 straight game with a home run.
Jarren Duran is an extra base machine.
I've just always been like that guy that keeps his head down and works hard.
Swing and a miss. Crochet's got that kind of electric stuff.
This green monster is tailor-made for Alex Bregman's swing. Great fit for Bregman, great fit for the Red Sox.
This was the piece that they really needed.
The guy's a winner. He's got all the talent.
The Red Sox are a much better team this year than they were last year.
At MLBShop.com, you can get all the latest officially licensed merchandise for you and your family. But if you really want to level up your game, you can grab something for your dog walker, your Pilates instructor, Your swim coach, your neighbor, your accountant, your gardener, your best friend, your bandmate, your boss, your kid's teacher, your mailman. Visit MLBShop.com and stock up on officially licensed on-field merchandise from your favorite teams.
This guy is the entire package.
Struck him out, my goodness.
He has a weapon for every hitter.
Good luck, 99.
And what I like most about him, he pitches with an attitude.
They're still on their feet for Paul Skeens.
Everyone wants to watch this guy.
Must-see TV for me.
6'7", top 5 exit velo, #1 arm in the sport.
There's a cruise missile. More fireworks.
He can go out there to center field, relax, and I think this is a 30-30 guy this season.
Ball on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Hyundai. With a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. By the OC Healthcare Agency, navigate to a healthier you at angels.ocnavigator.org. And by Morongo, celebrating 20 years of good times. Well, we're moving on up to the big time here alongside Mark Gubaza, as we got a great night for baseball and truly one of the great moments that I have seen in this game. You got Eric Young Sr., Eric Young Jr. exchanging the lineup cards. Both of these guys, father, son, coaching first base for their respective clubs. It's incredible.
Yeah, it is really cool. Junior, a former Halo himself, getting a picture right there with the umpires. What a moment it is for that family right there, for Eric Young Sr. and Jr. being in there. First base coaches tonight together. I mean, that's amazing.
That's Cobra Kai.
It is Cobra Kai.
That's awesome. And EY Jr. is a former Halo. That's just special stuff. And here is the professor, Kyle Hendricks, taking the bump. It's a big start for the local lad, right? I mean, Cappy Valley High School, going for career win number 100.
Perfect spot for him to do that, a place where he was a big baseball fan, going a number of games growing up. So he's thrown the ball really well overall in this stadium so far this year. He's just 1-3, but an ERA 3.80 at the Big A. My go-tos for him to have that game and get that 100th career victory for Kyle Hendricks is dot that changeup on the lower corners. That's that cut changeup and fade changeup. But then ride that fastball, the upper zone. It's been pretty effective. Got 5 strikeouts. Just a 243 batting average. Staying upstairs and slightly above the zone with his four-seamer and even his sinker.
The Angels played the Mariners up at Seattle earlier this year. Feels like last year. It was the end of April. They lost both of those games, and they gave up 14 runs. Here's Crawford, who's on an absolute heater right now. Polanco. J-Rod, who always gives the Halos trouble. There's the big dumper, Cal Raleigh, who is just mashing the baseball. 24 homers, leads all of baseball. Arozarena, Tellez, Taveras, Young, and Williamson round out the top 9 for the Seattle Mariners. And Dan Wilson, who is the manager, and the last and only Mariner catcher to be an all-star. That's about to change this year with Cal Raleigh.
He's one of the all-time favorites up there in Seattle, too. Dan Wilson had known him for a long time. This is a great guy to be around. He's working his magic with his team already.
They have struggled, though, of late. Second place in the division. They have lost 10 of 15, and during this stretch, they're scoring just 2 runs a game. They have struggled at home, similar to what the Angels under 500 here at the Big A, and the Mariners a better road team so far.
Yeah, they're swinging. They score a lot more runs when they're on the road. And the defense behind for the Halos and Kyle Hendricks. You got Chris Taylor, who's been really good, in my opinion, at second base. Take a look at our Nissan defense overall with Taylor Ward out and left, Joe Adell, who made some great plays at Fenway Park. Jorge Soler back. It's good to see him back out there in right field. Luis Rengifo at third base. Zach Neto has been fantastic. Mentioned Chris Taylor, really good at second base. Loves that position. Nolan Schanuel at first base, and Travis d'Arnaud behind the dish. He's already turned 5 double plays already this season in his career at second base position. He's got 3 defensive runs saved. Came up
as a Seattle Mariner, as a shortstop. He's played so many different positions. He's real comfortable at second base. He saved a couple runs up there alone in Boston with that double play he turned, and also an 108-mile-an-hour rocket backhand to be able to get the final out.
It's CT 33, and we are underway here at the Big A as strike one, a swing and a miss from J.P. Crawford, their local lad. On Beach, Paulie has been on a heater for the M's of late. It's been Crawford and Raleigh really kind of carrying the team over the past couple of weeks, but it's in the hole 0-2.
Yeah, his on-base percentage just under 400, 398. 2 fastballs upstairs. Cal Raleigh looking on. You know he's always swinging at the first pitch.
Here's the 0-2 from Hendricks upstairs, and look forward to see what Cal Raleigh can do at the plate when he leaves the Big A, of course. Hopefully the Halos can keep him in the yard. He homered yesterday. The Baltimore Orioles did sweep up in Seattle. They have won 6 in a row. That one is fouled away.
That was a great changeup after 3 straight fastballs.
It's only the 26th home game of the season for the Halos. That's the fewest in the majors, of course. That incredible start to the year. All those games away from home. They've got some catching up to do. That's popped up. Going back is Travis, but that's going to bounce into the seats. And d'Arnaud getting the start tonight behind the dish. No Logan O'Hoppe tonight, of course. Big bat available. Was you surprised to see d'Arnaud get the start?
These two work so well together, and I think that's part of the reason. You got a professor on the mound and a professor part 2 behind the plate.
Now you're going to call him a nutty professor.
No, that'll be Kyle when he wins this 100th game today, so he can have some fun after the game.
Love to see that. Oh, and a swing and a miss. That's the pretty changeup as Crawford strikes out for the first out of the game.
Tremendous fade on that changeup. 3 straight fastballs followed by 3 straight changeups. Each one a little bit better, but this was perfect. Right off that outside corner. Gets the punchy.
It's going to be so huge for Hendricks here tonight. Considering he doesn't have the huge velo that he may have had earlier in his career. Now the professor, a la Greg Maddux, he's got to pitch, work the corners, and keep the Mariners off balance. Polanco is the batter. He gets a favorable call for strike one. Jorge Polanco, the switch hitting DH here tonight.
He's got 2 home runs and 5 RBIs this season against the Halos. He was a masher up there in Seattle.
J-Rod, Julio Rodriguez on deck, followed by Cal Raleigh. That one, it's a good idea. Just some pitch just a little further off the plate.
Yeah, if you get that call, sometimes you'll get that swing right after that by a hitter, but a good take by Polanco.
Let's see if Neto can get to that. He does, but that's going to be an infield base hit as Polanco easily beats it out, but got to love the effort from the Angel shortstop.
And that changeup, this a little bit up in the strike zone. It was off the plate. He got him to swing at it, but when the defense was set up, that's going to be normally a routine ground ball out at shortstop because Neto, because of that velocity, or not necessarily the big time velocity on the mound as far as fastballs for Kyle Hendricks, you're going to play a little bit more up the middle. I don't think many baseballs will be hitting the hole like that.
So here is Julio Rodriguez, the power hitting center fielder, all world. J-Rod at the plate, a big healthy hack, fouls it back on the sinker. Look at J-Rod's numbers in his career versus the Halos, and OPS of 1,041.
It's the first time these two have ever faced each other on the mound and at the plate here.
Well, that is ripped, but right to Rengifo. Over to Chris Taylor, a double play, inning-ending double play, and a beauty.
Yeah, you got to hit the ball hard to turn 2 against Julio Rodriguez. That's exactly what it did. 5-4-3 double play.
At the concert? And of course, thanks to Game Time.
Game Time has concert tickets?
Yeah, look. It's the best way to guarantee you're getting the lowest price to your favorite artist, even last minute.
Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Cubs are going to win today.
This is their chance to have another run. This is their time.
This is the Cubs division to lose this year.
They need to be singing the song quite a bit this year.
That's hammered. Kyle Tucker, welcome to the Cubs. Gone! Dansby swats it.
He's one of the most talented ball players.
Pete Crow Armstrong, what a stud.
Showed it Imanaga. It's about falling in love with him.
Seiya Suzuki with a grand slam.
And this is when you put the pedal to the metal.
I think we got a really good team.
Wearing regular shoes feels this cramped. Or Glide Step wide fit, hands-free Skechers slip-ins feel like this. With Skechers slip-ins, just step in, no bending down, no touching my shoes. Try wide fit Skechers slip-ins.
Take a look at our Theodore Robbins Angels batting orders. Got 5 leadoff home runs. Do I hear 6? Followed by Nolan Schanuel, has been an on-base machine. Mike Trout is back, 8-game hitting streak since 6 that is since coming off the IL. Taylor Ward, Jorge Soler, Darno Rengifo just turned that nice double play with CT33, followed by Joe Adell, and there is Chris Taylor, and there is the kid Mike Trout. Welcome back. It's good to see him. How far did that home run go in Boston, by the way?
454.
Goodness. Bryce Miller is on the bump, and he's got really good numbers against the Angels in his 5 previous appearances.
He throws a lot of fastballs. He's about 58%. He's 92, 97. He's got a good splitter. So a curveball, slider, and a sweeper, and an occasional cutter, and a partridge in the pear tree.
Zach Neto ahead in the count early, and he attacks, and that is a rope to the third base. They call it the hot corner for a reason, and Williamson unable to handle that. How do you score that, partner?
Yeah, that's got to be a base hit. Hit that hard, 103.4, but you always got to hold your breath because Crawford was in position to try on the bare hand to make that throw, but Neto was running hard down the line. Although he did have a rocket the other day at third base, and he would have been beating it out, but they ended up taking away a hit away from him. A good swing there. That's just the first hit of his career versus Miller. It had been 0 for 8.
You told me single. They scored it in error. Now I got to get the whiteout out. Nolan Schanuel at the dish. And Neto chased back.
I'm going to say it's going to be changed, Patty. I'm leaving it as a hit.
You're leaving that one as a hit? So now I got to get the whiteout again? I'm just going to have to.
Well, it's either that or you get the lead out for Led Zeppelin.
You know that's happening. Schanuel standing right on top of that dish. Pops that one up. Williamson coming over. Sometimes that ball will drift back into play. It does easily for the first out.
Go-tos to have success against Miller here tonight. He's thrown the ball well in his career versus the Halos. Is you got to power his mistake fastball. It's a good one, but he's given up 4 home runs versus his fastball and contact versus his secondary. All his secondary pitches so far this season, a combined batting average of .311 against all of them. So there's been some good contact against those pitches this season. That's why the ERA over 5 this year.
Here's Mike Trout, who owns the Seattle Mariners in extra base hits, home runs. He's 1 shy of total runs. Ricky Henderson has that record of 145. I say he's going to pass Ricky on this homestand. He's got a really nice round of applause.
Yeah, it's good for the Halo fans. They haven't seen Mike Trout on this field in a long time. Made his comeback in Cleveland.
Neto is on the move. Raleigh with the throw off the bag, and that's a stolen base. He's in the scoring position. That is stolen base number 9.
Yeah, that was stolen off of the pitcher because Cal Raleigh had no chance. He got a huge jump, and Mike Trout took that pitch, make sure he gave him a chance to steal the bag. You see how quick that jump was. No chance for Cal Raleigh. He was throwing out 20% of base stealers, 22 in his career.
Like Neto was ready to try the swim move, but he got in there.
Well, they're going to check it to see if he disconnected with the base, though.
Seattle challenging the safe call at second base.
Well, they wouldn't necessarily challenge unless they see something early. See, watch him pull the left arm up, expecting more of a swim move. Does he disconnect? He does. He does, I think.
He beat
left
it.
leg looks like it's off the bag.
He's definitely on there first.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely out.
Oh, that's just so tough.
That's the thing now with that is keeping every infielder's now taught us to keep the tag on the runner because his hand was in there, clearly was in there. The foot didn't get to the base before the tag was just connected with him.
How do you think a base stealer, I mean, you're going in head first. If you're going in feet first, I don't know if it's easier to stay connected to the bag. Zach's always going in head first.
That's why I think when you look at Shohei Ohtani, who was a 50-50 guy last year, he went in feet first all the time.
Right.
First of all, as a infielder, it's not easy to stay there with the tag when you're going and you see a runner going in feet first. So you're getting that tag out of the way as soon as possible because you're not going to stay right on top of him. I'm surprised it's taken this long. I think they're going to call him out.
It's all right. We're going to freeze it. There's one look.
After review, the call is overturned. The runner is out. The runner lost contact with the bag while the tag was still being applied. Therefore, he's out. Seattle will retain their challenge.
It's a tough break for the Angels as that is now a caught stealing for Zach Neto. More white out.
Well, you see that little smile on Dan Wilson's face as a former catcher. He goes, that way I can keep my catcher's caught stealing percentage a little bit higher. But a nice play by Young at second base, keeping that tag on him. Otherwise, he's in scoring position for Trout.
That is Cole Young in just his 6th career big league game. 1-1 to Mike Trout. Make that 1-2 as he swings through the fastball from Bryce Miller.
Trout hit some pretty good four-seam fastballs on this last road trip, which was good to see. Especially ones that were up in the upper third of the strike zone. He was on it. He homered on a fastball in Boston.
He's fouled away into the seats. See last year when Wilson replaced Scott Service as Seattle manager. The catcher for 14 big league seasons. Mentioned earlier, former All-Star catcher. And the first and only catcher to make the All-Star team for Seattle. And that is going to change this year. Cal Raleigh doing it all.
Seattle Mariner, Hall of Fame too. He's a Hall of Famer for Seattle. He's a really, really good catcher. Really good catcher. And a big target behind the play too. Came up originally with Cincinnati.
Two down and a 1-2 to Trout. He's upstairs. Speaking of Mariners Hall of Famers, how about Ichiro, who is Major League Baseball Hall of Famer? The Mariners on Sunday have said it's 51 days until Ichiro is inducted. He wore, of course, number 51. We'll have that number retired.
And he'll also be retired the following season with Randy Johnson,
right.
51.
Only the 8th time that the same number has been retired by one club. Oh, at third base, Williamson gets up, throws out Mike Trout to end the inning. So a lot going on, but in the end, Bryce Miller puts up a 0.
MLB The Show 25, take 3.
What's up, guys? I'm Eli De La Cruz.
This is Paul Skeens.
Gunnar Henderson here. I am super excited to be sharing the cover of MLB The Show 25.
But we're gonna play for real?
This is the fun part right here. It's a huge honor to be on the cover with 2 great athletes.
Welcome to the show.
That's a wrap.
Never clean your gutters again with LeafGuard. LeafGuard's seamless design keeps leaves, pests, and sediment out while directing water away from your home, preventing wood rot and foundation decay, giving you peace of mind that your home and family are protected from water damage with the industry's premier maintenance-free gutter system. Call 844-6LeafGuard right now for 75% off installation plus $200 off your purchase. LeafGuard, get it today. Protected for life.
He leads MLB catchers in pretty much every single category. How about just all players in the American League in all of these categories? Home runs, OPS, slug, total bases, runs, RBI. No, listen, Aaron Judge is right now, I mean, obviously he is the runaway favorite for the American League MVP once again, but this guy is right on his heels. A solid number 2. What a season for Cal Raleigh.
I mean, he plays such a demanding defensive position. To hit those kind of numbers on the offensive side when you're always squatting and catching pitches, blocking pitches in the dirt, it's phenomenal.
Last year, a platinum Gold Glove winner. His mom apparently, Stephanie, didn't necessarily love the Big Dumper nickname, but Seattle certainly has embraced it. They've got jerseys up there with the name. And when you think about nicknames, you got the Say Hey Kid, Hammer and Hank, Splendid Splinter. Where do you put the Big Dumper?
Well, you know what? I'm glad you say it because I'm comfortable saying it. For some reason, I just go to call him Cal.
That's really okay. As Erica Weston joins us right now.
I'll just call him Cal too. But in the meantime, I'm going to talk about 27, Mike Trout. As you mentioned, it's been a while since Angels fans have seen him here. This is his first game here since April 24th. Just DHing for the time being. Supposed to get back into the outfield. Did some light work in the outfield this afternoon before the game today, just to see how he felt. But he said he came out of it feeling good. Plan is for him to do some more tomorrow and see how he comes out of it, and then take the day off as far as the outfield work on Sunday. As far as the day we might see Mike back in right, well, Ron Washington said personally, I think he's going to say he's ready to go pretty soon. He beat that timeline they had originally planned, which was to have him back in Boston, and as we know, he came back in Cleveland. He said with Mike being Mike, we'll just go through the process. He'll let us know, but I do think he's going to beat that timetable and be back out and right sooner than we think.
You know he's going to work hard to get out there too. It gives Ron Washington flexibility to give Solera a chance to DH again, or even get Logan O'Hoppe in that DH spot on occasion.
Yeah, thank you for that, Erica. Catch up with you later. But what do you really think? I mean, you got to keep his bat in the lineup. Mike wants to be out there as much as possible. But is it going to be the same number of games now that he's come? He's kind of had that injury. We missed this.
That's all about his bat in the lineup. How much he lengthens out this lineup when he's hitting. So that's the most important thing.
Andy Arozarena fouls that one to the right side. Now, that's little footage, secret cameras here to see Mike Trout out and right, as Erica was talking about.
I mean, it's all about, the footwork, that big body. He is so strong going in on the baseball, standing out there, going back, going to the corner in right field. He's just getting used to that position to begin with. So it's been a while since he's been out there now.
Historically, Mike, year 15, he's one of the when he would DH on occasion, that was never his favorite thing to do. But as he gets later on in his years in his career, he's going to have to make that mental adjustment, because you see other players that come primarily of a DH and the impact they can have on the game. Renhefo busy, one hopper, strong throw to get Randy Arozarena.
Nice job by Renhefo coming in on that baseball. You wait back on that. Arozarena runs so well, he's going to end up beating that out. So good job aggressively going in and getting to that baseball and a quick throw to first base. And keeping Tellez coming up here with no one on, and you think, okay, Rowdy Tellez batting average, just a little over 200, but he has incredible career numbers against Kyle Hendricks. He's 9 for 24. That's 375 with a home run, 5 RBIs. Main reason why he hasn't been in this spot. Dan Wilson in the lineup today for Seattle.
First baseman Rowdy Tellez on the left side of the plate. 9 homers, 24 ribbies, and takes strike one. The professor, Kyle Hendricks, for career win number 100. And that is ripped but tailing foul. You hear sometimes, I even heard Yusei Kikuchi mention it, that maybe people put too much emphasis on wins and losses with the starting pitcher nowadays. For a veteran guy like Kyle Hendricks, how much do you think win number 100 means to him?
It's huge, huge. And by the way, every starting pitcher should be thinking about wins every time they take them out.
I guess for
that's a great pitch right there.
Yusei's point being that he's pitched well enough to get wins, but for him, don't look necessarily at whether he's getting the wins or losses.
Gucci's throwing the ball extremely well. He definitely, that could be easily flipped around his one-loss record. There's nothing he can do about that.
There's Joe Adell going back on a liner, and he takes care of business there, makes it interesting. So far, so good for the professor on the bump.
If you know luxury, it's not just award-winning, it's rewarding. Sattva Mattresses supports all types of sleepers. Luxury is handcrafted and assembled in American factories and brought directly to you with our complimentary in-home delivery and setup service. Which is why over 90% of customers would recommend Sattva to friends and family. Sattva, luxury mattresses made affordable.
The true West has no fences. There's an edge, but you gotta find it. Find comfort from the traditions that help define it, and the confidence from having the courage to defy it. But being brave isn't about being different. It's about being yourself. Now, we might not need more people in the West, but would it hurt to have a little more West in the people?
Bryce, take a look at our StatCast, really powered by Google Cloud. Four-seamer about 40% sinker, center 18% to splitter 15, knuckle curve, slider, sweeper, cutter. You see those batting average versus those secondary pitches. Hitters have had a lot of success against it, though. His fastball, though, is still pretty good and firm, and he spots it exceptionally well.
Taylor Ward, Jorge Soler, and Travis d'Arnaud for the Alos here. No score, bottom of the second. For Miller, he didn't start pitching until the senior year of high school. Was a two-way player out of high school, went to a JUCO in Texas. Texas A&M spotted him. He was a reliever for his first 2 years as Taylor pops that one up. Rosarena coming over. Rodriguez, the center fielder, takes charge. And then his junior years when he took off as a starter, and then Seattle Mariners drafted him and worked his way on up into this really good rotation that might get better with Kirby coming back soon.
Yeah, this really good mechanics he has. And you look at the majority of the starting pitchers for Seattle. A lot of fastballs thrown, but they throw a lot of strikes. A lot of strikes. And they're ahead of the count often. They're in attack mode with their fastball and their secondary pitches. When they get ahead, that's their finishing pitches.
Gilbert as well. Yeah, they definitely have an excellent starting staff, but the offense has let them down. Jorge Soler sitting on 199 career home runs. When does he get to 200?
Some pretty impressive numbers in 5 starts. We have an ERA 1.30.
Well, that split was a good one, but called a ball. Not often that you look at a big catcher with 24 home runs behind the dish and see his way he handles the pitching staff, the way he catches the baseball. Hard hit, Williamson there, and throws across to get Soler.
Hyundai key for the game today. Going a little red hot chili peppers today, Patio. Give it away. A lot of pitches, especially those secondary pitches, are going to be away, so you got to go the other way against him to be successful against Bryce Miller. And then even when you get down to that bullpen for Seattle, they have a lot of guys with tremendous secondary pitches, so you got to hit the ball away.
Travis d'Arnaud is the batter, hitting .221, has 1 home run, 4 RBI. 2 down here, bottom of the second.
By the way, Soler hit that ball 105 off the bat, so hit it well, but right at the third baseman.
Off day yesterday for the Halos. After that long flight back from Boston, a tough loss, 11-9 in that series finale at Fenway. Lost the series to the Guardians and an opportunity for a really nice road trip, but back 3-3. They seem to find the offense on the road.
.213 batting average at home for the Halos, .235 on the road.
Angels 10-15. At home here at the Big A. Some paint right there for Miller. Strike 3, still scoreless at the Big A.
Talent-wise, with the Correas and the Royce Lewises and the Buxtons firing at the height of their power, they're probably the most talented team.
Royce Lewis puts his team on top.
Postseason monster, we all know that.
Grand slam, Carlos Correa.
With Byron Buxton, it's the tools, the speed, the power.
He knows one speed, and that's to go get it.
I think that we're a great team. I think we know we're a great team.
The Twins have the most talent in that division.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Very exciting. You got to get ready for Golic featuring Mike Golic Sr. and Mike Golic Jr. coming to FanDuel Sports Network, which starts right around the corner, June 9th. That's Monday. They're bringing the heat, bold takes, big personalities, some of the biggest names in sports. That's just big. Don't miss the action. Weekdays, 12 p.m. only on FanDuel Sports Network. You are big, so I guess it's you're an offensive lineman at Notre Dame, for goodness sakes. Mike Golic Jr. joins us right now. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing better now that I got through the first pitch that you guys saw out there and kept that out of the dirt.
It was a little high.
Oh, yeah, little high. As my brother texted me and said, you know, I've been in the strike zone for like Randy Johnson back in the day. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, there were some big guys. I was walking by right when you were making that throw. I'm like, I was pretty proud of you there. That was good.
I appreciate it.
I saw you ducking, actually.
Yes, yeah. Happy, look how. Yeah, it was throws like a lineman. Very much the scouting report.
I don't think the family could give you too much grief on that, but maybe the show. No, I'm kidding. What's it going to be like working with your dad? You've done it before, certainly on the radio, but now on TV. That's going to be really cool. We're looking forward to it. Welcome to the family, Bobby.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for letting me crash the party up here. And yeah, we're excited. I mean, what FanDuel Sports Network's already been doing, getting out and serving local fans as well as you guys all have. We're excited to just be a part of that team. And I had the chance to do it with Dad. You guys know the best parts of sports are sharing it with other people. And so to get to share it with a guy, I don't know how many co-hosts out there have one that's changed the other's diaper. So I like to think we have that as a unique angle.
He did? He really did it?
He actually did. Every once in a while, in the offseason. You know how it goes in season. Mom's running the show.
Well, all those mini camps, too, he was able to avoid that, too.
Oh, believe me. Yeah. Any way he could.
Of course, Scooby was just fired up because of the Eagles connection.
Yeah,
right?
oh, yeah. Your dad, I was a big fan. And you're, too, because I'm a Notre Dame fan, too. I shouldn't say that out here. There might be a lot of USC fans, so they might get...
It's fine. They're not going to be playing anymore soon because USC decided they wanted to, get out of that and go on and enjoy the rest of Big Ten country, so we appreciate it.
Golic and Golic is coming up Monday right here, FanDuel Sports Network. What can you tell the fans about the show as Leody Taveras grounds out?
Yeah, and no, exciting start Monday. We're going to have a great lineup of guests coming out next week, so make sure you stick around for that. Major League Baseball fans should have some good ones to look forward to early in the week, but I think we just want to take that conversation from our couch into other people's living rooms and invite them in. I got to watch for probably decade plus, almost 2 decades, of my dad and Mike in the morning, and the way it connected with so many people. And so I think for us, that's always been the part we've enjoyed most, the chance to crash land in somebody's morning routine, workout. Now in this case, afternoons. I actually get to see what my dad's like with a full night of sleep.
Yeah, and the energy you guys will be able to bring there, especially when you have live guests in there then too, right?
Yes, exactly. Live, and in 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern, A lot of breaking news in that window. We see it all the time right now. You know, late into the evening here, the Friday news dump, the House settlement getting approved in the NCAA. They're going to start paying players directly from schools. So it's fun, it's fast-paced, and a great chance to react and enjoy the evenings of sports.
And it's a great time of the year, too, really. When you think about all the sports, and of course, football is going to be kicking in, and college football before you know, and then you have baseball, and then you got, you got the NBA finals, so you'll still be able to talk about, and the hockey finals there, too, so the Stanley Cup finals.
We are in one of those great, like, sports equinox times of year where you do have, you know, Stanley Cup final, NBA finals, Tyrese Halliburton doing what he did the other night, shocking the world, but also starting to get into the meat of it. I mean, you know, we're a little under now 2 months until the MLB trade deadline, and so there's plenty of stuff that we have to look forward to out through the remainder of the summer.
There is a strikeout to Cole Young so far. Really good pitching from Kyle Hendricks. Speaking of pitching, Mike Golic Jr., go ahead and break down. Listen, this is what you do for a living now. You break down what people do on television.
Yeah, this one right here, leaking confidence as soon as I got up there. And you'll notice all upper body, that's a guy that's dealt with a significant amount of back pain in his life. The lower body was always the weakness in the scouting report. It showed up again on the mound.
You know, but I take your chances on the mound. I don't think any hitters are going to be enjoying to face you just in case you threw one inside on them.
See, my lack of control is buffered by the fact that I always said a guy my size, I am a deterrent. I played with guys linebacker size. They invite confrontation. I was big enough where people said, not worth my time.
So Notre Dame,
I agree.
Notre Dame losing in the championship, that had to stink for you and your dad.
Yeah, that was not a great time getting to go down there in Atlanta, and I was a part of a team in 2012. Lost the national championship back in the BCS era to Alabama. Our first title appearance since that game, and at least I can say, watching the game in the stands, when things were going bad, I went and got snacks. I went and grabbed another beverage. In 2012, I had to go back out for the next series, and so that at least made it easier. But what Marcus Freeman has done with that program is exemplary, and excited to see what they've got in store for this.
No question about that. I mean, I was shocked the way they were able to get to that championship game. And going back to your championship, how did that feel? I mean, the nervous energy in that one there too. You're still so young at that point.
It's amazing, and I think about it now, walking out here, you know, getting nerves to go out and do a first pitch. And that game, I was a puker. I was a guy that before every game I had to get the nerves out.
You
and that
guys
was the only way I knew how.
Common.
There we go. A kindred spirit. That was the only game I started in college that I did not puke before. We had 40 days to prepare. You go over the game plans monotonously every day, day in and day out. You feel prepared. And then that first couple of series, when you start to see Alabama walk in the #1 defense in the country off the ball, realize things probably weren't going to go our way that day.
Yeah, let's set you back a little bit on that one.
A little bit, just a smidge.
Maybe it wasn't puking. Maybe it was the other thing.
Oh, yeah, that was the other thing. Yeah, no. I was wearing out the restroom. I know that.
It's a family show. Is Aaron Rodgers still going to be playing for the Pittsburgh, quarterbacking the Steelers?
Yeah, that seems to be the word on the street now. It took long enough. I know Aaron had some stuff going on in the personal life, but I'm not sure at this point in Aaron Rodgers' career what this nets Pittsburgh in a division as tough as the AFC North. The Baltimore Ravens firing on all cylinders. Joe Burrow back, a group that hopefully gets more support from their defense. And so it's going to be a tall task for Pittsburgh. We know Mike Tomlin, they're never below 500. They always make the playoffs, but that's a place defined by rings and hardware. And it's been a long time since they've been competing.
Yeah, I've been able to win some playoff games. That's been a while.
It has been a while. And so for Aaron Rodgers, you know, you saw a little bit of improvement towards the end of last season, getting further removed from that Achilles injury, but just not a guy that's anywhere close to that MVP form from a few years back.
That's a high throw. Meadows going to try to keep Williamson on the bag. He does a good job at that, but a stolen base right there. Great night for baseball. You're here in Southern California. Where, you know, I know that the studio is in Marina Del Rey. Is that where you guys are shacking up? You and Dad, are you sharing a home together?
You know what? So my dad is going to do his leg of the show from Scottsdale. So they put a little separation. The problem becomes, now when Dad comes to visit, he always expects to have a room to stay at my house. And so if it's not up to par, all you're going to hear in the A block is him wearing me out for that. I'm very excited.
That'll be good.
I mean, the chemistry you two are it's going to be fantastic, that show.
No, definitely. We're looking forward to it. We're excited, you know, lean in all summer, talk to you guys, talk to everybody else as we go forward here. It's such a great network of, you know, broadcasters, of teams, all in the FanDuel Sports Network family, so we couldn't be more excited.
Well, you come up here and you get to watch the Mariners take the lead. Come on, Junior, what's going on?
I know, bad juju. You're going to have to throw out the rally cap here and just kick me out here. I got half a cheeseburger waiting in the hallway, so you guys will get rid of me soon.
Well, J.B. Crawford has been swinging the bat so well. He's been so hot, and he said the ball very well against the Angels. You didn't want him there, especially after that stolen base. I would imagine he's going to try to steal the base here now, too.
All right, let's see him get ready and raring to go. 1-0 Mariners here, top of the third. We're looking forward to seeing what Golic and Golic have in store starting Monday the 9th. 10-2, I should say 12-2 local time.
Who was your baseball team growing up, by the way?
Growing up, so we moved around a lot as kids, but I nestled into Arizona right as Bank One Ballpark and the Diamondbacks were getting ready and raring to go. So I always enjoyed them as a kid. I was fortunate to have a couple of buddies from Notre Dame playing into the bigs, and so always rooted for those guys. And
Neto scooting over. You know, I'm just happy you came up here. We've never had so much time on television, on airtime with you coming up here.
There we go. Happy to get you guys the space time you deserve.
There we go. Thanks, Mike. Golic Jr., Golic and Golic starting. Golic and Golic starting June 9th, 12 o'clock. FanDuel Sports Network. Thanks so much, Mike.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance.
Boom. Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastball. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are. The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
That starting rotation, it doesn't get better than that.
Dominating night from Logan Gilbert.
Trying to be out there and take the ball as much as I can.
Swing and a miss against Luis Castillo.
It's wipeout stuff.
He's a legit ace.
Talk about depth. The Mariners really have.
What a masterpiece from George Kirby.
Just trying to go out there and give my team the best chance to win.
Julio Rodriguez is an absolute superstar out there in center field.
Go my zone, Julio.
Once I go, I just want to have everything ready.
The guy's dangerous.
Julio.
Back, Angels trailing the Mariners 1-0 as Luis Rengifo, Joe Adell, and Chris Taylor 7-8-9 against Bryce Miller and the Mariners. Angels need to get some offense going here.
You start turning it around at home too. Just more consistency with some swings at the big A ballpark. If you get, especially if you hit the ball to right field, right center, some carry there.
Beefy in BP was crushing the baseball from this side of the plate. Mariners are going to be down 3 relievers here in this ball game tonight. Gabe Spire, who has been outstanding, has pitched in 2 straight. Same with Carlos Vargas and Casey Legamina.
So far, Miller's been very, very efficient with his pitch count. It's 20 pitches thrown. We're into the 3rd inning here now.
It's Hack foul back. Counts 2-1. Seattle 14-8 versus the division. The Angels have been under 500 at 5-7. And Seattle did have a lead in the division, but have been overtaken by the Houston Astros.
They continue to play really good baseball even without Alvarez.
Oh, what I found back into the glove of Miller as he takes care of Rengifo for the first out here of the 3rd. I'll give you a quick word from Hyundai.
Charge up to 178 miles in just 15 minutes. How it should be.
Semi-quick anyway. Appreciate that. Beautiful night for baseball here in Southern California. Great to have you here alongside with Mark Gubas and Erica West and Patrick O'Neill here on this Friday night. Make a Joe Adell as he takes a breaking ball for a strike, but I spoke with him. I said, hey, Joe, you're starting to heat up. He said, hey, stick with the process.
Yeah, and he's starting to hit fastballs well. You got started there with a knuckle curve, but he's been hitting fastballs a lot better. Had a tough time up in Seattle on fastballs, but hopefully he continues that good stretch on fastballs. There was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball there.
.6'2", 200, lanky righty Bryce Miller, 26 years old. We showed you the numbers versus the Angels in 5 starts. But outstanding.
That's a good hack on a fastball there.
Joe Adell back at center field, and Mike went on that IL, moved back over to right. Jorge Soler been playing a lot of right field. If Adell can continue this hot bat, play some steady defense, he's going to remain in this lineup. That is hammered left field. Oh, it stays up just long enough for Rosarena to come over and make the catch.
Not sure he quite had a, maybe didn't read that one off the bat real well. Looked like he was hesitant and then made that dive for that baseball. But that looked like it was going right towards it. It was 109.5 off the bat. And then when it's hit like that, sometimes in his bank of lights, you kind of lose it. It looked like he might have lost it a little bit on that one. See him looking up there, just trying to see. Was able to track it at the very end, but that ball was crushed.
Still, he makes the catch, but still wants his center fielder to know why he made it look the way it did. It wasn't easy. Lost it in the lights, but made the play. Ball was scalded.
Yeah, those bank of lights, especially on anything hit on the line, whether you're a right fielder or a left fielder. And that's another good swing against a fastball for Joe Adell.
Well, Angels still looking for their first hit of the game. Although Zach Neto led off the game with a hard hit ball. That was ruled. There we go. CT33. Chris Taylor with a base hit.
That's a good swing for Chris Taylor. Starting to get a little bit more acclimated, get more at bats.
That's what Wash wants to do, right? He wants to keep him in the lineup so he can get that bat going.
A double yesterday in Boston. That was his last at bat, so 2 for his last 2.
He can play second, third, left. Can play very good defense. And that's why he's going to stay in the lineup. So we'll see how that pickup for the Halos works out. Here is Zach Neto. 1 on, 2 outs.
See, that's another thing about Cal Raleigh. He's so good as far as framing.
He almost brought that one in for a strike. Lance Barrett, home plate umpire.
But it's quiet the way he does it. He's got soft hands behind the plate. He'll steal you some strikes.
Yeah, Taylor's on the move. Raleigh was looking that way. A throw and not in time. That time a stolen base is successful as Taylor's in scoring position for his first stolen base as an Angel.
Yeah, second on the season. He's been a pretty good runner. They're looking in again. He clearly beat the throws. It's a matter that he stayed connected on the base. That hand on the bag and then the tag on the foot. Never left the base though. RBI situation now for Zach Neto, very similar to how Seattle scored their run. Their number 9 hitter, base hit, stolen base, and then leadoff man.
Should get Golic Jr. back in here. Get a little mojo for the Halos to tie this ball game up. Think about the All-Star. Phase 1 is open for voting. Angels.com/vote. Zach Neto is, his WAR is exactly the same as Jacob Wilson with the Athletics at 2.5. Played less games. But Wilson's hitting .360.
So much better on fastballs too, and hard hit percentage versus fastballs this season better last.
Their defensive runs saved. You figure Bobby Witt Jr. is going to win the vote, and deservedly so. To me, Zach Neto is right up there. You got Jeremy Pena, and you got Jacob Wilson. You got Zach Neto. It's a very crowded field. The talent at the position. We've got a Henderson. But right now, Zach Neto's the face of this team. He's been the best player last year, best player this year. And it gets through for a base hit. Chris Taylor's been sent home. The throw to the plate is not in time. He's in there. Tie ball game. Throw gets past Raleigh. It's 1-1.
Well, I'll tell you, got a lot more on that throw, and Chris Taylor runs well. Cal Raleigh's able to hold on to that throw. There might be an out at home on that one. Charged it really well. Just a little bit up that third base side, but it's right on that path where you want to throw it, so it makes it more difficult for the base runner to have that clear path to the plate. He's able to get the hand in though.
You're right, Kubi. If he catches that, he would have missed him. Nice slide going wide for Taylor.
So that was exactly how Seattle scored a run. Base hit by the number 9 hitter, stolen base hit by the leadoff guy.
Called it. We don't need Golic Jr. We got Gooby up here.
Well, you say that. I'm not going to say that. That's a large human.
He was. I was standing on my tippy toes for the photo. Nolan Schanuel. 0 for 1 with a pop-up. Neto on the move. Raleigh's throw. This time he's in there. That stolen base is going to count. Book it.
Yeah, they're looking in, but he definitely got there, beat the throw, and he stayed connected on that one.
Still going in head first. Tough with that oven mitt to stay connected with the bat.
So that's now 10 stolen bases against Miller so far this year, 3 caught. So he's been giving up some stolen bases.
Angel's aggressive, and Schanuel a chance. Neto's trying for third. Schanuel floats that one to center field, but Rodriguez with the closing speed comes in to make the catch. But Zach Neto, our all-star, take notice, ties up this game with an RBI single.
Off Base is coming in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast, all season long, only on MLB Network.
There's certain players in every lineup that make the lineup go. Speed, power, he is a difference maker.
Ketel Marte, he's done it one more time.
The best second baseman in the game, that's Ketel Marte.
There goes Corbin.
Just incredible speed.
He wants to bury people. He just doesn't want to beat you. He wants to drive you into the ground.
They're tearing the cover off the ball.
We play to win. We've played that way all year. I guess this is just another example of that. We know what's in that locker room. We know the heart we have.
The game with 2 of the game's best, of course, Mike Trout, who you know Julio Rodriguez looked up to. And, well, J-Rod is in Mike Trout company. 60 homers, 70 stolen bases in their first 3 seasons.
Yeah, I mean, and Julio Rodriguez has said a number of times he patterned his game after playing the way Mike Trout plays the game of baseball.
Drops that one in for a base hit. Just no man's land. First pitch. And a leadoff single.
He used to always say, like, every ground ball that Trout would hit in the infield, he's running down as hard as he can. Everything he did, runs as hard as he can.
So many big leaguers in the game today play that way because of Mike Trout. And that brings us dangerous situation right here. Top 4 tied at 1. And the league's home run leader, Cal Raleigh, right up the middle. Zach Neto unable to make the play, and it's right there at the bag. You got a glove on it, but right over the head of Kyle Hendricks. It's going to be a base hit, 2 on, nobody out.
I mean, he crushes the baseball in the first pitch. He has 9 home runs on the first pitch put in play. This is 111 going by Kyle Hendricks, too. So all you can hope for, this is a slap shot and he hits the glove. I mean, it's right by the bag, too.
He's turning 2 easily if he comes up with that. That would have been an all-world play, Zach. He wants another opportunity at that one, but a ground ball right here. He can help out Kyle Hendricks. Trouble early as the Mariners attacking early in the count. Randy Arozarena 0 for 1.
He's a guy that will hit him with a double play, though. You have a chance if you get that ball on the ground, though. Kyle Hendricks doesn't get a lot of ground balls. A little over, just under 34%. 47 in his career.
Well, certainly a strikeout in Rosarena's game. He has struck out 21 consecutive games. Most in the majors. That one's well inside 2-0.
Big spot here for Kyle. Trying to get the aggressive hitter and Rosarena to be out in front here.
Runner goes from second. A strike is called, but J-Rod steals that bag on the pitcher quite easily. And stolen base number 10. Now first and third, nobody out.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot that Travis d'Arnaud can do on that one. All you got to do is you try to vary your look. You always got to keep an eye on Kyle Raleigh. He's got 6 stolen bases, 7 attempts. So Kyle Raleigh runs pretty well for a catcher.
Action on the base pass in this game so far tonight. One is inside, 3-1. Rosarena 7 homers, 25 runs driven in on the season. Hitters count, and a moment to give the Mariners the lead. Tied at 1. Nobody out here, top of the 4. And that's upstairs. That's ball 4. And the bases are juiced. That'll bring up Rowdy Tellez. This would seem like the right opportunity for Barry Enright, and indeed it is. Meeting at the mound, crucial situation here in this game, and we'll give you a quick word from Jack in the Box.
We killed it with your new Munchie Meal, T-Pain. Pretty much, Jack.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
How do you pitch in this situation besides very careful?
Well, I mean, especially when you look at the numbers Tellez has against Kyle Hendricks, so this is where you got to be real careful. You love to be able to put up a 0, but you're thinking limited damage. If you get a ground ball, get him out in front, get a double play out of this right here, you're feeling pretty good about your offense coming back and getting right back in the game. But this is a tough spot for a guy with a lot of confidence going in that batter's box against Kyle.
4 teams in 8 years for Rocket Rowdy Tellez. Mariners team that has averaged just 2 runs per game over the last 15. They have dropped 10 of those 15. Opportunity here, bases loaded. That one is hit well, right field to the wall. What a catch made out there and right by Soler. Taking away a grand slam. If that one gets over his head, a run does score. It's 2-1. That was up in the air a long time.
Be able to get back to that short wall. Quite in that same exact spot that Scott Spezio hit a home run over Reggie Sanders had in that Game 6 of the World Series, but pretty close.
Similar situation, hitting into the wall. I don't know if that was going to get out or not.
Yeah, I think that's got a good chance of getting out.
Well, Soler, considering he wasn't expected to play a ton of right field, maybe a couple of times a week, has done an admirable job. He's playing on also. Very colorful necklace. 2-1. Mariners here, top of the 4. Job by the base runners to advance to second and third on that deep fly ball. So Leody Taveras takes a strike. Infield in on the corners. So Schanuel and Rengifo near the grass. A cut down a run at the plate if possible.
If he gets to 2 strikes on him, you might see the middle infielders moving up too. Bring them all in with 2 strikes.
There's a ground ball. Zach Neto. That's going to bring in a run. And Taveras picks up an RBI. And 3-1 Seattle. So Rosarena all the way to third. Be careful. I want a wild pitch here and let this one get away from you. Right here, Cole Young is the batter. It's his 6th game. It's 1 RBI. See his numbers in AAA. He got the call to the show, attacks that first pitch sinker, fouls it away. This inning started with Julio Rodriguez and Cal Raleigh with back-to-back base hits.
I mean, that ball that Rodriguez hit, it's not hard, but it placed perfectly.
That was a high drive to right field, but not going to be deep enough as Soler drifts over, and he makes that catch. Good thing he made that other catch. Otherwise, this could have been a lot worse. It is 3-1. Seattle with the lead as we head to the bottom of the fourth.
Let's talk Orioles. A powerhouse and getting better.
They have a lot of young players, and you know they're going to take another step.
High, deep, way out of here. That ball was barbecue.
Leave it up to the kid to do something special.
These guys are superstar players.
Talk about smacking the opponent in the mouth from pitch one.
That's the day in, day out, and finding a way to win.
They've done an incredible job of bringing up this homegrown talent.
Take a bow, young man. The good vibes are back in Baltimore.
The 611 podcast meets MLB Network. Join longtime teammates and former MVPs Jimmy Rollins and Ryan Howard, plus other former players for unfiltered conversations about baseball, culture, and life. Only on MLB Network.
View of our StatCast being powered by Google Cloud. The impact points between Zach Neto and Mike Trout, where Zach Neto so far out in the front, 15.3 inches in front of the plate, but Mike Trout minus 4.3. So Trout lets that baseball travel more towards the plate. Zach Neto catches those pitches well out in front of the plate.
Trout is leading off, bottom of the fourth. Do we have the best crew in the business or what?
That's amazing.
Did you just tell them like before the game?
Yeah, because we were looking at the impact points for Trout, and I go, well, that'd be great to be able to see that
tomorrow.
And compare between Trout and Neto, because Neto's been so good out in front. Different ways of hitting, but a lot of good results for both of them.
Came up with it on the fly. That's awesome to be up here and see them at work. The best at the plate, the best in the business here on FanDuel Sports Network here tonight. Trout just passed Kingfish in franchise history in hits, second all time to Garrett Anderson. I saw GA. That's what Trout, about 800 to catch you. Let's see if that just flare falls down, but there's Jay Rutherford. All fancy, hopping all over the place in center field. But he makes the catch. Guess that's all that counts. He plays the game with flair and he has fun.
He's a high energy guy. That's why he patterned himself after Mike Trout, center fielder himself for a majority of his career.
So I was talking about Zach Neto as an all-star, right? And depending on who gets selected, it's tough competition. Every team gets one. You look at this guy at the plate right here, Taylor Ward. The month that he had in May with all the homers and the ribbies, he gets some serious consideration for the Midsummer Classic. That one's not going to get it done. There's J-Rod. He's been busy, and he makes that catch rather easily, 2 down.
Towards the end of the bat too. Now you're having a pitcher there who's had great success against the club, settling in now, and Bryce Miller.
What's that feel like when you kind of have that going? Is it confidence?
Yeah, you just want the baseball. You want to get through as quick as possible. See how many quick outs you can get. You save your best stuff when you need that out pitch to this guy in scoring position.
Well, Jorge Soler with 2 outs. Angels down 3-1, bottom of the fourth. And that is hammered first pitch for a base hit up the middle for Soler. So a 2-out knock brings up Travis d'Arnaud.
It's 2 baseballs he's crushed so far. He just had that lift on the baseball. The 2 good swings. That was 102. The last one before that was well over 100. A shot rate to third base. But Williamson made a nice play on.
Something about Jorge Soler, he's just got a great vibe, great energy about him, walks around with confidence. Man, if he could get that bat hot, now that would lengthen out this lineup with Mike Trout back. See if the Angels can scratch something across here in the bottom of the fourth with 2 outs.
A lot of room on that right side. If he's staying away with that, either his cutter or slider, even his fastball, a good chance for Travis d'Arnaud to punch that ball that way. Give Rengifo a chance to swing the bat.
Paint with the 4-seamer. It's a 4-seam fastball that, I mean, that's a good spot, but compare the 4-seam to last year for Miller to this year, the slug way up. Maybe that would be an area that the offense, the Angels could attack that 4-seamer when they see it. That is one of those opportunities. How about that? Get going, ball! Tie game! d'Arnaud goes yard!
That was Travis d'Arnaud, yes, with a 2-run shot. Second home run as a halo. First one was a bomb in Dodger Stadium there, 2-run shot. He grabbed himself a Jersey Mike's as he was going by. The sub above.
Beautiful swing from Travis d'Arnaud. Whole new ball game. All this with 2 outs. First extra base hit of the ball game is a 4-bagger.
That was 105.7 off the bat. Exit velocity. What a swing. Travis d'Arnaud on that one. Way to answer right back, Halos.
Rengifo rolls over to the first base. First pitch he sees and lets Miller off the hook. But Travis d'Arnaud ties up this game with a beautiful swing. Do the Angels need that or what?
Travis d'Arnaud, yes.
I love it. Tie game. Going to the 5th.
I'm Jesse's uncertainty, and I really thought house projects were my time to shine. One little, are you sure? He gets stuck before he even got started. But Jesse's changed because of Thumbtack. With their guides, he knows exactly what to do and who to hire, and his house is looking great. Where does that leave me?
Uncertainty doesn't live here. You do. Take care of your home with Thumbtack. Download the app today.
Well, you want to add to your jersey collection with a City Connect tank top jersey. First 25,000 fans in attendance at the Big A Friday, June 20th. We'll take home a City Connect tank top jersey, courtesy of Discount Tire. Visit angels.com/promotions today.
That is today.
It is a beach weekend here at the Big A. Also, First Responders Night. Awesome national anthem. Yeah, for sure. And to see the helicopter fly over, all three shaking this entire stadium, that was impressive to see.
It's ready for a Pink Floyd song to break out, another brick in the wall or something.
You're right, though. We are so thankful to the first responders and happy to honor them here tonight. There's a base hit opposite way, Ben Williamson. And he's going to be looking to Joe Adell, unable to get to that baseball in time, and that's a leadoff double.
Oh, you just want that shutdown inning if your club ties it up with that speed now. That's second base, and then you have a super hot hitter now, and J.B. Crawford coming up, inside out approach. Two good swings today already for Williamson in number 9 spot, 6th double of the season.
And a stolen base and a run scored. J.P. Crawford was able to drive him in. The Mariners' first run of the game takes upstairs for a strike.
Kylan's had a pitch now. It's going to be very, very important. Not only get the out, but get this out against Crawford and not allow him to get that runner over on an out.
It's been an exciting ball game so far tonight. Another pitch top of the zone for a strike. Crawford is going to take his time. It's 0-2.
Well, remember that first time up, Patio, he went 2 fastballs upstairs.
Yeah.
And then he went 3 straight changeups to eventually get him to strike out. So you wonder if he tries that again, see if he can fade that one off the outside corner. That'll force him to more likely hit the ball on the left side of the field.
Last 12 games, not including tonight, Crawford's 15 for 41. That's 366, 3 doubles, homer, 3 ribbies, and also taking his pitches with 6 walks. Popped up. That'll be an easy play for Zach Neto.
Exactly what you want to do. You get that out and not advance the runner. So now you got to keep an eye on him at second. Vary your look if you're Kyle Hendricks. Big out.
Seen third base being swiped earlier by Julio Rodriguez. That'll bring up the DH. Jorge Polanco. Switch hitter from the left side. Tie ball game here, top of the 5th. Williamson at second base. That's lifted to center field. Joe Adell is there. That's going to be 2 outs. Back-to-back pitches. So good pitching there from the professor.
You see he was out in front. That's all the key to pitching for Kyle Hendricks is keeping the hitters off balance, get him out in front.
This is where the Mariners have a really good spot of their batting order. You got runner in second, you have first base open. You got Julio Rodriguez at the plate, Cal Raleigh on deck. Very dangerous situation. Ticklish one for Hendricks. Gets Rodriguez out in front, 0-1. Obviously, you can't think about the guy that's on deck.
No, you have a dangerous hitter at the plate here. A guy with tremendous career numbers against the Halos. Your mindset is, I get him out, I got a chance to get my 100th victory here if I get through this inning right now with no runs scored.
Talk about how Mike Trout has so much confidence against the Seattle Mariners, you know, leading all players in the history versus Seattle in homers, extra base hits. He's tied with your former teammate, the great George Brett, in triples. Shy of Ricky Henderson in runs. But Julio Rodriguez is putting up those type of numbers early in his career in 3 seasons versus the Angels, I should say. Highest average versus the Angels. Former Angel, you know, Escobar. Just a whistle over there. The great Bill Miller, Raleigh Joyner, Bobby Bonds, another former Angel. Look at these numbers. Oh, that is hit to center field. Joe Adell going back. He's got an eye on it. He leaps. Oh, it's off the wall. He was unable to get a proper lead. That's going to be a triple. Rodriguez is going to stop right there. The Mariners go right back on in front, 4-3. Adell loses his glove. The glove go over the wall. The ball stays in play.
That ball was 105 off the bat. Another good swing for Julio Rodriguez.
Hey, he lost the glove but didn't get the baseball. And so we have time being called. And Adell's going to need some help. He's got. They'll bring up Cal Raleigh. A chance to really put a hurting on the Halos here. 4-3, top 5, 2 down. This is when you can't let Cal Raleigh beat you.
And he's going to be walked.
Yeah, you have to do this. It's the right decision. Took a while. Joe got the glove, and you got the intentional walk to Cal Raleigh, and you got to face Randy Arozarena. That's just common sense. Rodriguez with his third triple ties a career high. So did that his rookie year 2022. Rosarena. So for one with a walk. And Raleigh's on the move, and he's going to pick up a stolen base. It's his 7th.
They run quite a bit as a team coming into this game. 56 stolen bases. 3 already today.
Certainly an advantage that the Mariners have over the Angels. Although Neto is a guy that can run and get you a stolen base, as a team, they did not run with a tremendous amount of speed as far as stealing the bag. Seattle aggressive and has taken the lead. Joe's kicking himself surely as he felt he had a great opportunity to come up with that catch. Those baseballs have got to be tough to read. Straight back. Luis Rengifo, easy play, throws across and takes care of business. But it is a drive to center for the head of Adele. Triple for J-Rod. It's 4-3 Seattle.
Right this second at some convenience store somewhere,
man, I'm thirsty.
Someone really wants a soda. But that same someone's stuck between something with too much buzz or something way too boring. What if there were a better soda?
Hey, yo! Read the sign.
Weird policy, but okay.
Get a poppy.
Okay, that's what's up. A soda with 5 grams of sugar?
Drink it, you buy it.
Dude, yes.
Guess I'm buying it.
There's an easier way. From little fixes to big projects, taking care of your home is easy with Thumbtack. Download the Thumbtack app and start caring for your home today.
Remind everybody about Sunday's Angels-Mariners game. It's going to be a simulcast. You'll be able to watch the game right here on FanDuel Sports Network or Fox 11 Plus, which is a over-the-air station, Channel 13. You tune in Sunday at 12:30 p.m. for Angels Live pregame. All the action.
Love that. More people get a chance to watch Halo baseball.
I'd love to see Joe Adele tie this game up with a homer. How about that? Last time up. Line drive to left field. Rosarena made a excellent catch. Kind of lost it in the lights, but still was struck well off the bat. So you look at the last 25 games for Joe Adele. A big enough sample size for you at the dish to.
Yeah, I'm seeing some really good swings. Just like that first at bat on fastball, something he struggled a little bit. He's hit breaking balls very well this season. Got one there. A little slider was upstairs.
Angels back in that fight to get back to 500, 5 games under right now. A tough homestand. Seattle 3 games over 500. They've lost 3 in a row. Joe Adele, Chris Taylor has a base hit, stole a base in this game, and then Zach Neto, bottom of the 5th. Back and forth affair, 4-3 Seattle. 3rd of 13 meetings. Seattle took 2 up in Emerald City end of April. Tomorrow Castillo versus Kahanowitz for the Silent C needs a big bounce back game.
Yeah, I look forward to him to being more in that attack mode in the strike zone and then getting expanded with that sinker.
Kirby versus Anderson on the Sunday game. Simulcast affair. Angels are the only team that have used just 5 starters all season in baseball. Usually it's like that 18 by this point, so that is certainly a positive. You and Erica, GA, we're talking about in the pregame up the bullpen.
Good swing on that break ball there. Coverage in the outer part of the plate. He's trying to drive that one right field. Remember, on a home run in Cleveland on a fastball away to right center field. So he's got that good power that way too, Joe Adell.
Whoa, upstairs, that hit him in the head, right in the helmet. It looks like he's okay. He's going to be, that's a hit batter. Be at first base.
They're looking to see if they hit him there. It looked like it hit him. You could hear something.
I heard it for sure.
Let's see if it got him or not. I don't know if it did or not. They're going to challenge it. I know that.
There.
Well, it definitely got deflected there. There's no doubt.
Yeah, I think it just skipped off the helmet.
Yep.
No challenge. Fortunately, Joe's okay. And now the tying run is aboard for Chris Taylor. Fastball got away from Miller. Taylor shoves bunt, quick throw down to first base by Raleigh.
Cal Raleigh's one of the best of that back pick to first base in that catching position. An all-around game for Cal Raleigh is just top of the charts.
We'll be at that All-Star game representing Seattle. He's from North Carolina, so it'll be like a local affair. That one skips away. Adell.
Good read.
And Raleigh slipped a little bit, but he was not going to be able to get Adell on that one. As that gets away. Now Adell is the tying run at second base.
He was hoping that it looked like for a second there that Cal Raleigh might have twisted his ankle there.
Yeah.
As he tried to pivot and make a quick throw.
Right there, a little bit of a stumble. Nice to see Adell get down the line fast.
Good conversation with Chris Taylor and Bo Porter as far as they want to do here. Squared around the first couple. You're already in scoring position right now. I'd take a chance of swinging away here.
Is scored a wild pitch by Miller. Show bunt. You think that's something where Taylor's got relatively new to the team and wants to make sure he's got the signs just right?
Yeah, I mean, you want to make sure you got it right, but he's a guy that probably hasn't been asked to bunt a whole lot because even though he's came up as a middle infielder, he's got a lot of power.
You prefer to see him swing away than sacrifice?
Yes.
Base hit last time up for CT, but he shows bunt again, and that one is foul. Well, he's not going to be bunting anymore. It counts 2-2. And that certainly would have worked had it stayed fair. Kind of gives you an idea, though, even though if you don't love the tactic, that Chris Taylor is sort of one of those baseball players that can do pretty much everything for you. Plays great defense, can
plays every position.
Every position for you. He's such a smart ball player. Very, very quiet man, but he goes about his business.
Everything changes now with 2 strikes on there now for Chris Taylor. At the very least, you want to see him hit the ball to the right side of the field.
And as you mentioned, the double in his last plate appearance in Boston and the base hit here tonight. So he needed to get a little confidence going.
Definitely has tremendous power. Rosarena's playing extremely shallow in left field, too.
One-run game, nobody out. Bottom 5. Oh, that's a nicely struck baseball. J-Rod not going to get it. Chris Taylor is going to tie up this game with a double as Adell scores, and it's 4-4.
There's Chris Taylor, that power he has. Perfect spot. Driving in the run. Switching places with Joe Adell. Tried to sneak that fastball away on him, and he was on it. Great swing. Chris Taylor, 3 for his last 3 down.
And you can see from that angle, great look, how far out in front he was in the plate coverage.
And Joe making sure that ball got down.
Ron Washington is now coming out on the field. Looks like he's going out to talk to Chris Taylor and make sure that he is okay, but no trainer coming out.
I don't know if something when he was running around the second base, if something started bothering him.
The trainer is now coming out to talk to Wash. So obviously the manager, Ron Washington, maybe he spotted something. He wants to hear it from CT himself. Didn't see anything on the swing.
He's talking his way back in there.
Yeah. Maybe you noticed a little grimace. He's an absolute
this opportunity to be able to
gamer
well here.
All right, Zach Neto with another chance with a runner in scoring position.
Taylor now with that base hit now with 2 for 2, got that batting average at 200 now.
There you go. Let's keep it going. Zach Neto 1 for 2. An RBI. First pitch. And takes a rip at that one, fouls it back.
Lake Cal Raleigh. There's a lot of success on that first swing put in play by Zach Neto too.
Short lead for Taylor at second. It's 1-1. Neto's had 2 excellent plate appearances so far tonight. First at bat, ripped to third, base hit in the 3rd inning. Little ground ball. It's going to be handled by Williamson and gets him at first, 1 down.
Tough at bats too. You can see Zach Neto not real happy. Not only is it out, but he's unable to advance the runner too. The Miller, to his credit, got a splitter. It's one of those pitches that forces you sometimes as a hitter to pull it because it's out in front. As far as the velocity of that pitch, his 81-mile-an-hour splitter is out in front and rolled over on it. Now fastball, he's got a chance to shoot that ball back up the middle the other way.
Chance here for Nolan Schanuel to give the Halos the lead. Oh, that one is ripped to right field. And he's going to do just that. Taylor's being sent by Porter. Schanuel, RBI single. 5-4 Halos here in the 5th.
He has been swinging the bat so well. Hitting the ball hard, going with the pitch. Knuckle curve, serves it in the right field for an RBI single for Nolan Schanuel. Wow.
Check out the emotion that he shows at first base when he gets there.
See that ball spinning up there, stays in that zone, that happy zone for a left-handed swing. Well, there's some fight in this team here tonight, going against their rival, Seattle.
You felt that emotion. There you go. There you go.
And giving Trout a chance to swing with the man on base, too.
Oh, that one looked in that shadow zone off the plate. Called a strike. 0-1 to Trout. First Angels lead of the ball game. The Mariner killer. Mike Trout at the dish. 5-4. Angels lead over the Mariners. And let's take a look at our Kia player profile. We talked about it all night long. Mike Trout, most homers versus the Mariners all time. Trout, Palmeiro, Manny, Teixeira, and the big hurt.
And Trout at the top. And a lot of those home runs up in Seattle, which is a difficult home run ballpark.
See if you could go Sammy Hagar on him right here. Put up double nickel.
Drive 55.
That's right. You can. Trout can.
That time he didn't get that call a little below the strike zone. Remember the first pitch, Trout just gave a little shake of the head going, I know that was a ball, but didn't say anything. And since that point, been patient. Should get a fastball right here.
Certainly a great count. Think of the damage Trout has done. 3-1 in his career. Foul back's going to be full.
You know, he knew that was his pitch too. He's got a lot of power to right center on that one too.
You guys talked about the pregame. Ron Washington asked about Trout coming back, and he was surprised. He said, "Yeah, he didn't expect him to, be able to swing the bat that well so quickly coming off the injury." But he said, "What 70% of Mike Trout is 100% of everybody else."
We're talking Mike Trout.
That's it.
We're talking Mike Trout.
Payoff pitch to Trout. A swing and a miss, and strike 3. It's a little late on that one. 2 down, brings up Taylor Ward.
Yeah, judging by his reaction, he was like, I knew that was a little off the plate, but still too close. He's got to swing at that one. He's hit that ball really well too. Just a tad late on that swing.
Taylor Ward takes the ball. I mean, the Angels with 5 runs in the game, and well, 4+ is that magic number. 25-9 on the season when they score 4+ runs per game. Since the calendar turned to June, they have averaged 5.5 runs. Travis d'Arnaud, big 2-run homer in this game.
They go 4-13 for Travis d'Arnaud.
Growing up a Halo fan, oh, that had to feel great. Blast to left center.
Ooh, that was got a break on that one.
It sure did.
Sometimes,
up right over
sometimes with a cutter, like you're expecting going away, you see that target being set, and then they brought the glove out of the strike zone. Cal Raleigh. So that was a tough one to call that a strike, even though it was a strike. Don't see that too often. No. Cal Raleigh behind the plate.
No, you certainly don't.
I'd swing away 3-0 here.
You are aggressive. Ball 4 off the plate. First and second now for Jorge Soler. This is going to bring pitching coach out to the mound to have a discussion here. 2 down. First and second. Jorge Soler has struck the ball very well so far tonight.
Yeah, two baseballs hit well over 100 miles per hour.
A big moment in this game, and time now for just a quick word from Kia.
Woodward's going out there right now. He's had 2 pretty good swings on fastballs against you, so you wonder if he tries to sneak a secondary pitch, first pitch. Although you look at power numbers this year for Jorge Soler, he's hit breaking balls pretty far.
199 career home runs for the big Cuban. Jorge Soler, first year as an Angel during that Griffin Canning trade with the Atlanta Braves. He's been in big moments. He's a World Series MVP. 2 on, 2 out. And a 5-4 Angels lead here, bottom of the 5th. That one is crushed. Do I hear 200 in the corner? Oh no, it's caught at the wall by Rosarena. I jumped the gun. It's caught off the end of the bat, and that ends the inning.
That was a breaking ball off speed. He was on it, just missed it.
This is Fubo. It's a better way to watch ESPN and other top sports networks. Plus, get coverage of your local teams all year long. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
Ooh, that's a lovely view.
What are you 2 looking at?
Tip pick.
What did you say?
Tip pick.
Tickets to the show with no hidden fees.
Angel Players All-Star. Scan the QR code to cash your 2025 MLB All-Star ballot daily or visit MLB.com/vote. Vote 5 times a day, every day between now and June 26. Phase 1, send your Halos to Atlanta by visiting MLB.com/vote. And Rowdy Tellez, that's a good pitch.
Brings that sinker back in, starts at the hip, gets that inside corner.
Tellez, Taveras, Young here in the 6th.
We had that big swing last at bat. You want to try to stay away against him if you can here.
There's a little ground ball. Neto comes over, unable to get there. That sneaks through for Tellez or a base hit. Another leadoff man aboard for the Mariners. Leody Taveras, but every single time the Angels kind of have a little bit of momentum, flip the script. The Mariners take it right back.
That was a really, really good pitch, too, by Hendricks. That's a guy at the plate that has a lot of success and reads the baseball well out of his hand.
Some movement in that Angels pen right now. Hector Neris is the first man up. As Taveras, switch hitter, fouls that one back. It's kind of that 6th and 7th inning that Ron Washington and the Angels, and that bridge to get to a Zephyr John, to get to Kenley, has been an issue. And has been a question mark. Who do they go to?
Neris has been real good, especially coming in if there's anybody on base.
In and off the plate, 1-1. Mentioned earlier, the Mariners bullpen short tonight. 3 pitchers have gone in back-to-back games. Tellez at first, and counts out 1-2.
Change up there, had him out in front. Now you would think you might be able to throw that change up just a little bit further off the plate, but you got to be ready if you're Rengifo at third base. Barris has always been a guy that hits a fastball pretty well. Looks like they're going to try to sneak a fastball in, though. You see, he was just trying to punch that ball to the left side of the infield.
So you clearly knew that Soler didn't quite get it, right? Did you think maybe it had a chance? Well, I mean, not as long as I did.
In that corner, though, you just never know. I've seen many baseballs as a broadcaster and many as an opponent going down to that corner.
Okay, to be
it's a lonely man down in the corner.
Well, there's a fly ball left field. Taylor Ward is there to take that out. He's got it. That's a big one. Bring up a young rookie, Cole Young, with 1 out. And 1 on and a 1-run game here in the 6th. Young 0 for 2. So here's Jorge Soler. 2 on, the 3-run home run. See how many other people thought there was a chance. Right to the warning track. And Rosarena always there to give a baseball to a fan. Hendricks, the professor, has done a great job here pitching.
Just mixing and matching. Just trying to get this out right here.
That ERA at 5.34 coming in, just 2 and 6. That's another pop-up. Zach Neto takes charge, and there's 2 down.
You wonder if Ron Washington goes to the bullpen. You have a guy coming to play that's already had 2 good swings against Kyle Hendricks. On cue.
You should be down there. So Wash coming out. Got Hector Neris up 5 2/3. I mean, a pitch count at 80. Ben Williamson with a single and a double, a 2-run scored. Does he talk himself into staying in this game? This could be one of those wash pep talks right here.
He's had 2 good swings. I know it's a number 9 hitter, but 2 really solid swings against him, though. And I think it's one of those games where you have him walking off the field. They're going to give him a shot.
Give him a chance. Got the guts of a gambler. So it's Ben Williamson, the number 9 hitter. Tying run at first base. And the professor, he's got a number 99. Looking for win number 100 here tonight, trying to get 6 in the books for the Halos. Starts him off with the changeup off the plate. This is his spot again. It's 2-0. What would you tell the manager when you knew he might be coming with the hook to convince him to keep you in the game?
You know, the thing I always said with conviction, I said, I'm your best option.
Yeah.
And that's it.
You didn't mix it up. That was pretty much so. No. Just that.
Maybe another word or 2, but I would say I'm the best option. And it worked quite a bit.
How much was it like Bull Durham, where you guys didn't really talk much about baseball? All right, 3-1.
I personally, I didn't like a conversation with anybody coming out to me, to be honest with you. Whether even the catcher, it was a time where I just just put down the right sign. We'll be all right.
Well, right now, Ron Washington's going, this is not what I was hoping for. 3-1, little ground ball, but he'll take that. Chris Taylor throws him out. The gamble pays off for Wash and the professor as he gets 6 in the books and strands the runner.
If you're a Rockies fan, they've got some young talent.
Pretty dynamic, everyday position club.
Starting to see some young guys with some serious talent. There's some speed and there's some pop.
I mean, I always keep a little chip on my shoulder.
He made the catch.
Crazy range, rocket arm.
They just need to have some guys that have breakout years. There's potential there to have that.
They're going to be competitive in every game.
There's certain players in every lineup that make the lineup go. Speed, power, he is a difference maker.
Ketel Marte, he's done it one more time.
The best second baseman in the game, that's Ketel Marte.
There goes Corbin.
Just incredible speed.
He wants to bury people. He just doesn't want to beat you. He wants to drive you into the ground.
Goodbye, Snakes alive.
They're tearing the cover off the ball.
We play to win. We've played that way all year. I guess this is just another example of that. We know what's in that locker room. We know the heart we have.
Time now for the Arco top-tier play. Travis d'Arnaud, Long Beach's own Travis d'Arnaud. Lakewood High School, Travis d'Arnaud, local lad, gets the fireman helmet and a big 2-run blast. Well-loved, respected, and he's been a great angel.
I mean, we talk about how well these two work together with Kyle Hendricks and Travis d'Arnaud, and his battery mate clutches up for Kyle Hendricks with that 2-run home run.
d'Arnaud, Renifo, Adele, bottom 6, 5-4 Halos, kicking off a 6-game homestand. Jackson Kowar, new pitcher for the Seattle Mariners as they go to the bullpen.
Yeah, he's got a firm fastball himself, 94, 97. Curveball, slider, changeup.
Oh, look at that. Little cue shot to right field. Darno can do no wrong. A base hit to lead off the bottom of the 6th. And that'll bring up Luis Rengifo. He's due for something big. 0 for 2. He takes a pitch. Last time, aggressive. Rolled over to the first baseman. You know it's in there. It just has not been able to find it this season. 208, just the 1 home run. 502 OPS. He was not listening to me. He was attacking that fastball.
He said, "What'd you say, Patty?"
Yeah, exactly. Take this. Yep, that pitch was right there for him. You seen anything from Rengifo at the plate this year?
Yeah, he's doing a nice job of going the other way, but you just haven't seen him have that pull power on the inside part of the plate. See, just reaching out sometimes on small speed pitches, but that fastball inside, you see him so often where he's on it and he crushes it. He hasn't been able to quite get that barrel out quick enough. Now, he didn't have a lot of time in spring training. We're well beyond that right now, and he's getting a lot of at bats, but that's that confident, comfortable swing we see turning on the ball, especially from this left side. Hasn't been there yet to the season, but there's still plenty of time, but you love to see that go right now.
The leadoff guy on base of the tack on. Miller went 5, 6 hits, 5 runs. They were earned with a walk and 2 Ks through only 70 pitches. Stan Wilson and the Mariners go to the bullpen early. Considering they're shorthanded here tonight. Love to avoid Munoz. Guy's filthy.
Yeah, but it's fouling that one off there. Slider.
Stays alive.
Tough too as a hitter too, because he holds the ball all the way to that last second of the pitch timer before delivering it. So you're just kind of moving forward. You got to keep your hands back as long as possible.
Houston Astros with a victory tonight in Cleveland, 4-2.
They just continue to play well.
Hader picking up his 17th save.
That's a pretty good hack there. He was on that 96, but he does have a lot of room on that left side of the infield where he's got a lot of hits with 2 strikes going the other way, especially batting from the left side.
Rangers lost Washington 2-0. Rangers 6 games under 500. The win, Angels could pass them in the division. That is paint 97 for a called strike 3.
And that was right on the outside corner. You can't throw a baseball any better than that. It's the unhittable pitch. You're at the mercy of the home plate umpire. And he hit his spot, touching that corner, 97.
Last time up, Joe Adell, who's at the plate right now. He reached as a hit batter, and he scored on that Chris Taylor double. That pitch was up and skipped off of his helmet, barely. Oh, he doesn't like the fact that he chased that slider. Ryan Zefferjon, Gooby, is up in the bullpen. Top of the order due up, top 7. Crawford, Polanco, Rodriguez. You like the move going to Zefferjon here with considering who is up for the Mariners.
I mean, it's the high leverage spot right now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. He is your high leverage late inning guy. Trying to bridge the gap to get to Kenley, who was 12 for 12. Good save opportunities. This division rivalry living up to its billing here tonight. Wow, that's off the plate, called a strike.
No, that one definitely was not a strike on that call, but it's still, he's got a good fastball, Cal. Right over top, 4-seamer. I think that was Cal Raleigh got that call.
If that's being called a strike, it's going to be tough for the hitter.
That's all just a nice job by Cal Raleigh behind the plate, getting that one.
So he steals a strike and then he keeps it right in front. That's a platinum Gold Glove winner from a year ago. Leads all of baseball, 24 homers. He's got a single and an intentional walk in the game, does Raleigh.
Good take.
Full count.
Eric Young Sr. talking to Travis d'Arnaud over there. 3-2 count with 1 out. Not going.
No, I don't think so, no. Payoff pitch. That is hit well. I don't know if that's got the distance. At the track, J-Rod has it. And running back to first is d'Arnaud 2 down. Just got under it. Strong man. Brings up Chris Taylor.
Yeah, a 37-degree launch angle with a 101.5 off the bat. A lot of times that's got a chance of getting out, but it's hit it a little too high.
That is the deep part of the ballpark.
Continue the streak going for Chris Taylor. Double, single, double. His last 3 at-bats going back to the last game at Fenway Park.
And that double was after he squared the bunt, right, to try to sacrifice Adele over. And the 2 strikes, he just swung away and hit a gapper. And for whatever reason, it just didn't work out. Signed a big contract with the Dodgers. And they released him. And the Angels picked him up after some time off. So an opportunity to do some big things here. The Angels, 2-0 count. He's hit it pretty well. Rodriguez going back. He looks at the wall. He leaps. Rodriguez, don't fool us. He'll try to do that fooling thing with the glove. He does. He's got it. Man, that's annoying. Unbelievable. I didn't fall for that one, as he robs a homer with a tremendous catch at the wall to take it away from Taylor at the Big A.
This is a guy who has MVP type potential.
Luis Robert is one of the most talented players in the league.
Great nickname, La Pantera.
Can do it anywhere on the field.
He has the potential to be a 30-30 guy that can knock in 95 to 100 runs.
As a fan of the game, there's nobody I enjoy watching in center field than Mr. Luis Robert.
This guy is the entire package.
Struck him out, my goodness.
He has a weapon for every hitter.
Good luck, 99.
And what I like most about him, he pitches with an attitude.
They're still on their feet for Paul Skeens.
Everyone wants to watch this guy.
Must-see TV for me.
6'7", top 5 exit velo, #1 arm in the sport. There's a cruise missile. More fireworks.
He can go out there to center field, relax, and I think this is a 30-30 guy this season.
We got an exciting ball game, to say the least. There's been a lot going on. One home run that I thought Soler got. Maybe people at home didn't necessarily think so. Either way, that would have been a 3-run blast. And then Taylor's got a single and a double. And he crushed that baseball. And then Rodriguez just breaks our hearts. I've seen him do that before, where he hangs onto the baseball. How do you like that move?
Well, if I'm Chris Taylor, I'm not real happy about it. It's a home run. His first is a halo. First of the season would have been.
Yeah, what a Zephyr John is on at the real high leverage spot here for the Halos.
Yeah, it's a tough part of that lineup. 1, 2, 3 for Seattle.
Crawford, Polanco, then that Julio Rodriguez. And if anybody gets on, Cal Raleigh. Well, that's a great pitch, not called. 1-1. I mean, that's essentially the same spot that we just saw from the Mariners. Kowar get called.
I'm really liking the fact that Zephyr has trusted his fastball of late. At 96, and then that's 97. That sets up his cutter effectively and his sweeper.
Hendricks went 6, 8 hits, 4 runs. They were earned 2 walks, a couple of Ks through 85, 58 for strikes. And a 1-2. A ground ball. Renifo cuts in front. Oh, Neto was there and he got him. What a play!
What a transfer on that throw too. Zach Neto. It's already with 8 defensive runs saved this season. That's not a defensive run saved there, but an outstanding play. Even with the screen, still gets it, plants, perfect throw, right on that throw.
He's like screening his own goaltender. Luckily, it didn't skip off of his glove, but he got him by like 3 steps.
And Crawford can run really well going down the line.
Zach Neto just has it all. And he's one of those guys that when you go to a ball game or you're watching it on TV, Zach Neto stands out each and every night. He does something on the field that you just go, wow.
I mean, how quick was that transfer from the glove?
That one's rolled over. Schanuel's going to flip it to Zephyr 2 down. Erica, where you been? Been trying to check in on you. What do you got? Erica Weston with us.
Patio, you got me.
I got you.
Hey, I'm back with you guys.
All
yeah,
right.
been a little busy. You know, hey, this is Camden, young Angels fan. We spotted him in the seats before the pregame show. Held up a sign asking Logan O'Hoppe to trade him a bag of broccoli for a home run ball. So, of course, I took a picture of the sign, showed it to Logan. He said, hey, if I give you a ball, will you go deliver it to him? Absolutely. So Logan signed the baseball for him, went to go give it to Camden. The baseball said, thanks for the broccoli, bro. Signed it for him as well. And if you're wondering why the bag of broccoli, well, it stems from a story from 2 spring trainings ago when Logan and Zach Neto were roommates. And Logan is trying to convince him to eat a little better. Too many Takis, not enough broccoli. So that's where it stems from. But he's a huge Logan O'Hoppe fan, even dressed up as him for Halloween. Not just as him, as his baseball card. Had facts on the back and everything. His mom was very proud, excited to show me. So a fun night at the yard for Camden and his parents.
So you delivered the ball to him? What was he,
sure did.
How thrilled was he?
I mean, I think he was a little speechless. Mom and Dad were obviously very excited. Camden at a loss for words, but very cool. Nice gesture by Logan.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Broccoli's a tough vegetable. I do love it if it's cooked right. You, Erica? Broccoli?
Had some for dinner tonight, Patio.
Right,
sure
good.
did.
Now, Gooby, though, I don't know.
I love broccoli and spinach.
Oh,
That's
you do?
as far
Those
as
are
I
your
go.
2
Yes.
vegetables. All right. I'd have to see proof on that. Thanks for sharing that story. That is awesome. How about Zephyr John? He comes in, faces 1, 2, 3 in the 7th in a 1-run game. That's high leverage stuff.
Coming in there doing the job against his top in the order. Look at that. Thumbs up. Zephyr John.
Stretch time.
There's certain players in every lineup that make the lineup go. Speed, power, he is a difference maker.
Ketel Marte, he's done it one more time.
The best second baseman in the game, that's Ketel Marte.
There goes Corbin.
Just incredible speed.
He wants to bury people. He just doesn't want to beat you. He wants to drive you into the ground.
Snakes alive.
They're tearing the cover off the ball.
We play to win. We've played that way all year. I guess this is just another example of that. We know what's in that locker room. We know the heart we have.
San Diego's a dangerous team.
Man, they have enough talent to run the table.
Every game here is like a party.
Fans are also playing a part. They're affecting the game.
Fernando Tatis Jr., electric.
The team that we got in there, man, we're ready to compete. We're ready to handle the unfinished business that we have.
The towels flying, the fans going nuts.
Welcome to Slam Diego.
Angels Baseball on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by UCI Health. Compassionate, expert care for everyone in the region. Learn more at ucihealth.org. By Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga, conveniently located off the I-15 in Temecula. And by Jack in the Box. Get so much more in the new T-Pain Munchie Meal. Is that caramel corn right there?
No, is that a vegetable? It's corn, right? I'm all right with that one.
That's a good call. Bizzardo is on in a real tight, fun ball game. Bottom of the 7th. Angels with a 1-run lead. What a great job by Zephyr John.
Bizzardo, pretty good fastball himself, but you see his slider is his #1 pitch. Change up 92-96. Transfer time out of that glove on that play by Neto, 0.50.
That's getting it done. Top of the order for the Halos with Nolan Schanuel and Trout. And we just saw what Zephyr John did to the top of the order. I got no problem with that pop-up from Julio Rodriguez. Man, it was fun to hear at the break. Mark Langston come running in here to talk. Man, fired up about that.
Yeah, you're just getting that big out there. It's so important, especially the damage that Julio Rodriguez has done. His career, get that pop-up, get him off balance just enough.
Good count here for Neto, 2-1. Center field going back is Rodriguez. At the track, and he makes the catch. He's been busy tonight. 1 down. Trying to get one over the guy's head. Darno did it. Taylor got one into the gap, and the Angels have the lead. They got to hang on to it.
Another good swing, though, by Neto.
Yeah. He is so good. Great defensive play.
Earlier in the night, that has a chance to get over the wall. Just like Chris Taylor's ball would have been well over the wall. A little cooler now tonight at this point. But a big swing last at bat for Schanuel.
Picking up an RBI single with a frozen rope to right field. Leads this team in hits, on base percentage. Seems to play real steady first base. Rodriguez in center, 3 straight put out, 7 total on the night. Zardo falls behind Schanuel, 2-0. Fastball right down the heart of the plate, 2-1.
That's usually that pitch he's looking inner half, but he's going to try to lift that baseball. But that was a good spot that Zardo threw that pitch. Tough one.
And it's 2-2. It's rare to come to a game and not see Schanuel reach base, coming in 78% of the time. 46 out of 59 games. That'll make that 47 to 60. He reaches one way or another.
Now that RBI single now, 19 RBIs. Along with 15 extra base hits. Good job at fighting that one off. That's nasty. Even though that's off the plate, at 95, you don't have as much time as you think to be able to track that one, even though he has such a great idea of the strike zone. There he is. Every time we had a bat on that road trip was 3-2. Every at bat in Boston. It was unreal.
You could see him tracking that one all the way out of Bizzardo's hands until Raleigh caught it. 3-2, Paint in there, got him. It's a good pitch.
Yeah, that was that unhittable spot. Home plate umpire make the right call there. You're at the mercy of the home plate umpire. You can't throw. You can't even place a baseball any better than that. That was a strike.
Right on the corner. Outer half. In case you're wondering, Reed Detmers is up in the pen, and he has been good of late. Really just had a few games, tough stretch. Other than that, outstanding. And he's getting the high leverage call. After Zephyr John did his job, Mike Trout at the plate. And it's quickly 0-2. Fastball is in there. Trout, his first game at home since coming off the IL, has an 8-game hitting streak, 6 in those games on the road. where he was 10 for 21. With a mammoth home run over the monster.
70% of the time, a 1-2 pitch to a righty, he'll throw a slider, but it feels like he's going to try to sneak a fastball by him.
Fastball inside on the hands, 2-2. Got a full count.
Good at bat, went from 0-2 to 3-2 for Trout. Looking for that insurance run.
Out to right field, hit well to the wall, and the catch is made. How many baseballs have the Angels flirted with homers here tonight? And Tavares reels that one in as we head to the 8th.
Should have used tick pick.
Wait, what'd you say?
Tick pick. Look.
Oh, whoa, whoa, dude.
What? There are no hidden fees. What'd you guys think I said?
Oh, tick pick. I thought you said.
I'm front row at the concert.
And up courtside,
thanks to Game Time.
Game Time has concert tickets?
Yeah, look. It's the best way to guarantee you're getting the lowest price to your favorite artist, even last minute.
What time is it? It's game time!
Yordan Alvarez is just becoming this consistent hitting machine.
The big man who wears 44 is 4 for 4.
Face of the franchise, everything that is Houston now.
He's top 5 in every category for the Houston Astros historically.
Always just assume they're going to play in the ALCS.
There's no effort. Boom.
And you can kiss that goodbye. That's a game winner.
Late inning heroics once again. He's a legend.
Unbelievable. We see you at the Big A Sunday, which is June 8th. Get the Mariners here 1 p.m. First 15,000 kids ages 3 to 17. That's a wide range. Going to take home a Logan O'Hoppe youth jersey. It's courtesy of Angels. .ocnavigator.org. You visit angels.com/promotions and you get all the details. So 3 to 17, same size on the jersey.
Yes.
So you can grow into it, or you could just be wearing a really tight jersey like you often.
No, for sure. Why would I not?
Reed Detmers is in the ballgame. Just picked up his first career save. So one of 3 Angels pitchers all time to have a no-hitter and a save. Mike Witt, Nolan Ryan, and Reed Detmers. Top 8. And you got the switch hitter, Cal Raleigh, with 24 homers in front of nearly 35,000 fans here on a beautiful night at the Big A, and a 5-4 Angels lead here.
97-mile-an-hour fastball out there. Good curveball to start him. Caroli against left-handed pitching, though. Pretty dangerous. 307 batting average, 8 home runs.
Oh, and a swing and a miss, and a strikeout for the league leader in homers by Reed Detmers as Raleigh goes back to the bench.
You know, Patty, that was all set up by throwing that curveball the first pitch. So then all of a sudden you open in the 70-mile-an-hour range of his curveball, then 97, 96. You see that little bit of a late swing on it because of that velocity. All set up by that 20-mile-an-hour differential between a curveball and a fastball.
That's in there, not called. I mean, come on, Detmers has got the feel. Started him off with a little wrinkle, and that's in there. 1-1. Working fast, hitting his spots, facing a Rosarena. 0 for 2 with a walk. Pinch hitter on deck in Moore. Dominic Moore. Good bat for Rowdy Tellez.
Big pitch right here for Reed Detmers now. A lot of power at the plate.
The 3-1. Drops in a curveball for a strike, full count.
A lot of confidence in that one.
He's thrown that one 3 times already this at bat. Fastball's been off. Let's go 2-3-2. Tries to run a fastball. Rosarena takes ball 4. Tying run is aboard.
You know, Moore is a guy that from this area here has always been a tough at bat against the Halos. Rosarena can run a little bit. Reed Detmer's been susceptible to stolen bases. See if he has that quick pickoff over there. Seattle has run on him in the past. Rosarena, a pretty good lead.
The curveball misses. 1-0.
But as a guy, if you get the ball on the ground, it doesn't hit many baseballs on the ground more, but you can't get a double play. He runs well, but he could get a double play.
Eldorado High School, Dylan Moore. Also went to Cypress College before going on to Central Florida. The 7th round pick out of the Rangers. So that's going to bring out Ron Washington. Something he has seen. That fastball has been out of the zone. Right in the middle of the at-bat. 2-0 count. While this important chat is going on, I'll give you a quick word from the California Community College.
Start your future at a California Community College. Enroll today and apply for financial aid at icangotocollege.com.
One of those moments where usually you see a pitching coach go out there, but Wash says he knows how important this game is. Take matters into his own hands oftentimes in these situations. Imagine it's more just to get a pitcher's confidence back, kind of lock him in. Does just that. Probably something along the lines of don't mess around here, young fella.
So you're one pitch away from a ground ball double play. That's what you always want to hear.
Ooh,
that's some gas.
Right back to it, rear and back, 2-2. Reed Detmers. High leverage. Got Raleigh on a strikeout and gets a pop-up from Dylan Moore.
Looked like Rosarena was thinking about going too.
And he broke back, 2 down. So got Raleigh on a strikeout, walk to Rosarena, gets Dylan Moore to pop up. Leody Taveras is the batter.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's going on that first pitch now. It's be huge if you can throw him out for Travis d'Arnaud. You keep that 7, 8, 9 for the 9th inning for Kenley Jansen.
In there for a strike. Now that fastball. Remember Wash said it was a secret sauce because he hasn't missed. Rosarena did not go. Yet to be caught. Perfect 9 for 9, and it's 0-2. Oh, you gotta love this moment. 5-4 Halos, top of the 8th. Tying run aboard. Detmers has just found it. Obviously, the future for Reed Gooby, right, is to be a starter.
Definitely.
But he has taken over mentally what the Angels are asking of.
Especially with an 0-2 count, it's worth taking that gamble if you're Rosarena. Another fastball. That one a little bit out over the plate on that, where he's trying to punch that ball to right field.
Another pinch hitter on deck. Donovan Solano. The business is right there at home plate with 2 down. And a swing and a miss. Lee Detmers.
Bo Larry the Cheese right there. Cheese by him upstairs.
Reed Detmers, 8th inning, with the gas to keep it a 1-run lead.
I'll give you this brand new electric vehicle if you can prove to me you know your finances. How many subscriptions are you paying for?
Just 3.
You sure? Let's download the Rocket Money app right now and see if you're right. It's actually 21 subscriptions, which is costing you around $370 a month.
The app is telling you all this?
Rocket Money shows you all your expenses in one place and even helps you suggest a budget based on your past spending. Don't worry about the 21 subscriptions. You can cancel them right within the app. It'll even try and get you some of your money back.
Why pay too much for cable TV when it costs less for Fubo? Get all the channels you want with all the entertainment you love for the price that cable can't beat. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
Step up to the plate and get ready to play ball. The baseball show for kids where you can learn about batting, fielding, and everything in between from the real pros. Every swing is a big hit on Play Ball. Saturday mornings at 10 Eastern on MLB Network.
Crunch time here at the Big A. Taylor Ward leading off. Bizzardo strikes him. I should say starts him off with a strike. Dillamore remains in the game at first base. Good job by Reed Detmers. 3 outs to get.
Followed up that save the other day in Boston with an outstanding performance going to that part of the lineup. Found that fastball again.
And the big fella up in the pen, Kenley Jansen. And it's 1-2. Slider hits for Bizzardo. Sal Fasano and Detmers talking it over. It's just a great find for Detmers in these big spots. That strike 3 taken.
It's another perfect fastball. Bizzardo with 2 strikes, painted the outside corner. Schanuel, and then he paints the outside corner, brings that one back. The unhittable pitch again catches the corner.
Jorge Soler, he's been swinging the bat very well tonight. He's 1 for 3. I mean, that's like 2 baseballs off the plate, but the way Raleigh just frames it, as you mentioned, so quiet. He's excellent.
His hands are soft and quiet behind the plate.
Luckily, Barrett not fooled that time. Oh, that slider backs up, but fouled away.
Go back to Hyundai Key for the game today. Give it away. Some good swings we saw going away and good contact. So when you look at what Chris Taylor did today too, and Nolan Schanuel and Travis d'Arnaud, who's on deck.
Kyle Hendricks goes 6 innings. He is in line for win number 100. And Kenley Jansen would be coming on looking for save number 460. One veteran looking to pick up another. Swing and a miss and a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for Pizzardo.
Oh, he's got some run to his fastball.
Travis d'Arnaud with a big 2-run home run in the 4th inning. Getting the start here tonight after an off day yesterday to catch Kyle Hendricks. Done a great job behind the plate. Came through with a big knock. Angels with 1 run in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. And quickly 0-2. There's Kenley Jansen.
Big fella.
12 for 12. Setting up perfectly for him and the Halos here tonight. 8-9-1. 2 up for the Mariners in the top of the 9th.
Pizzardo hasn't missed by a lot on any of his pitches. He's been really, really solid out of the bullpen for Seattle.
5 up, 5 down with 3 Ks. And a swing and a miss. Fastball gets by d'Arnaud, but it is closing time here at the Big A as Kenley Jansen is on for the save.
Never clean your gutters again with LeafGuard. LeafGuard's seamless design keeps leaves, pests, and sediment out while directing water away from your home, preventing wood rot and foundation decay, giving you peace of mind that your home and family are protected from water damage with the industry's premier maintenance-free gutter system. Call 844-6LeafGuard right now for 75% off installation plus $200 off your purchase. LeafGuard, get it today. Protected for life.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns every game night. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show, live at 5 Eastern on...
You can join your Angels every Saturday night home game, including tomorrow night. You stay to enjoy a post-game Saturday night fireworks show driven by your SoCal Hyundai dealers. Visit angels.com/promotions for all those details. The Angels, when leading after 8 innings, are a perfect 21-0, and in save situations, Kenley Jansen this season a perfect 12 for 12. This is his 22nd game. You see the other non-safe situations hasn't necessarily gone his way. Don't let those numbers fool you. He locks it down in these moments right here.
He's always this ultra focused, always ultra focused.
Dan Wilson and the Mariners going to stick with Cole Young here. Ben Williamson on deck.
Waiting for the gate to be closed by the bullpen.
And then J.P. Crawford, top 9, 5-4 Halos. In there, strike one. It's the 6th career game for Cole Young, and he's facing the veteran from Curaçao. Strike two.
Cutter down. Six career saves versus Seattle for Kenley Jansen.
I saw that sinker just fly out of the zone.
Gets a lot of chases above the strike zone, though, because they're so used to seeing that cutter, expecting that to work its way back in the inner half, especially against the lefty, and then rides away.
And a swing and a miss, one down.
Cut piece after that sinker, the pitch before. Perfect spot. Big out.
Mastroboni is going to be the pinch hitter here, hitting for Ben Williamson. Miles Mastroboni off the bench to face Kenley Jansen. One down, top 9, and a 1-run Angels lead. Mariners have lost 3 in a row. Halos looking to get it going here at the Big A. This would be a good start with a W here versus Seattle. Off the plate, ball 1. That's lifted to center field. Zach Neto points to the skies. Joe Adell goes back, and he's got it. 2 down, 1 to get. And that'll bring up J.P. Crawford. Reminder after this game, stick around for Angels Live post game presented by OC Navigator with America Weston and Garrett Anderson. Jansen looking for the save. The professor, Kyle Hendricks, hoping it gets it done. Pick up career win number 100, but more importantly, an Angels victory.
Paints that cutter right on the outside corner at the knees.
The ground ball, Renifo waits for it, throws across, ball game! Angels win it 5-4. Jansen the save. The professor win number 100.
What a special night for Kyle Hendricks. Career victory number 100. 460th save of his career for Kenley Jansen. Travis D'Arnaud says Travis D'Arnaud yes for a 2-run shot. It's a nice victory for the Halos after that series up in Boston. Can't wait to hear from Kyle Hendricks. So that's a special moment here at the Big A. His 100th career victory. Travis D'Arnaud, his buddy, Professor, and the Professor Part 2.
Look at that. That's the baseball. Kenley Jansen has it. I imagine that one will be going right from Kenley to his teammate, Kyle Hendricks.
Yeah, he made sure that baseball was going to find that hand of Kyle Hendricks. Career win number 100. Trust me, there's no better feeling in the world unless you won 300, but win 100 in the show for Kyle Hendricks.
Well, you know that feeling, partner. And well, the Angels, when they score 4+, now 26-9, a perfect 22-0 when leading after 8 innings. And against the Seattle Mariners to kick off this homestand. The big home run, Travis D'Arnaud, a 2-run shot for the local lad, and he didn't miss it.
Oh, that was so quick. That's by that 390 sign in left center field. What a swing, Travis D'Arnaud. But I'll tell you what, those two work so good together. I guarantee you he's so excited for his battery mate getting that career win number 100.
On First Responders Night, he gets to put on the fire Department helmet. And Travis is coming down to join Erica Weston right now. Erica.
Patrick, thanks very much. Travis, this was a special night for the team, but most specifically for Kyle Hendricks, who picks up career win number 100. How special is it for you to be paired with him on this career milestone night?
Oh, that's a huge accomplishment for any starting pitcher. He's been playing for almost 11 years, maybe even almost 12, and to get 100 wins is a big accomplishment. I'm just grateful to be a part of it.
What made him so effective tonight?
Just able to mix speeds and locate. You know, that's a tremendous offense over there, and for him to have both his fastballs and his changeup was really effective. Today he didn't really have his curveball like we would have wanted him to, but he was able to go 6 strong innings.
You guys, the offense, you just fight back. We saw that in the last game too. It feels like you guys are never really out of it. Describe what it's like with the offense and the fight we keep seeing from you guys.
Oh yeah, it's been great. Everybody's rooting for each other. No one's trying to be the big hero. Just take a short swing, and we've been rewarded with extra base hits and a bunch of RBIs.
How'd your home run feel?
It felt good to finally have my first homer here as a home player, so it's pretty cool. My mom and dad are here, and so is my brother and everybody who works with us at Darno Athletics too.
Special night for you, for sure. Last one, a special moment for Reed Detmers on the mound. The conversation with Wash got out of the inning. What was the conversation about?
Trying to keep it PG. He said, trust your stuff, basically. Go out there, attack them, believe in yourself, and he was able to get the next 2 guys out right away.
Thanks for the time. Nice job.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, guys.
Thank you, Eric.
So awesome.
We can handle PG-13 around here.
Yes,
right?
that was so awesome. So awesome right there. What a job by the Halos here tonight.
Great. Partner, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Meaningful to hang out here with you on a Friday night as the Angels win. You're going to stick around for our post-game show. Back to wrap it up right after this.
The face of the game of baseball is running through this guy right here.
That dude has electricity coming out of his pores.
You're changing the sport, man.
I just go out there every day and give them 100%.
Every day he does something that draws your attention.
Green is cooking with gas.
It feels like he's finally put it all together. I think Hunter Green's about to become a super ace of a playoff team. That's what the Cincinnati Reds are going to be in 2025.
Roar is back in Motown.
Right now in Major League Baseball, we have a new Tiger King.
Tarek Skubal owns this mound.
Look at him walking off the mound. This guy's a nightmare.
This kid's special, doing it all.
Riley Green saves the day.
Does everything on the field, plays great defense, can steal bags.
He's a monster.
If I'm on time, I know my swing is going to be in the best spot possible for me to hit the ball.
Riley Green tears into another one.
That's the Tigers, baby.
Just a great all-around Halo victory here tonight. Angels over the Mariners 5-4. Starting pitching, Hendricks, win number 100. The save to Jansen. Relief pitching outstanding. Back tomorrow, of course, taking on the Mariners with our Angels Live pregame kicking it off at 6 p.m. But you want to stick around, don't go anywhere. Angels Live postgame. Erica Weston, Garrett Anderson. Hope to hear from Kyle, Wash, all coming up next.
I want to talk about the Angels. They're my big surprise team of 2025.
The Angels make sure the halo will shine brightly tonight.
The energy level and the swag and the confidence.
It is Trout here.
Game's on notice.
Magneto magnificent.
High octane. It is fuel. It is hot. It's coming at you in a big way.
It was 105.5 miles an hour.
No way.
The Halos are unstoppable right now. Did he do it? Oh my
biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
What a win for the Angels. A fun ball game tonight. Travis d'Arnaud with a game-tying homer, his first at home at the Big A's. We welcome you to Angels Live postgame presented by OC Navigator. Chris Taylor with a two-hit night tonight as well. The Angels win 5-4, and it was Nolan Schanuel with the go-ahead RBI in this one to secure the Angels win and win number 100 on the career for Kyle Hendricks. As we welcome you back inside the Big A alongside Garrett Anderson, Erica West, and GA. Just a fun night, fun ball game, and a win for the Angels.
Yeah, winning's always fun.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
But no, yeah, very good come from behind win by the Angels tonight. The starting pitching was pretty good. Didn't really get away with any big innings, and kept the Angels in the game to give them a chance to come from behind.
Yeah, we know that the Mariners offense was sluggish heading into this one, but you never know with some of the guys that they have in their lineup. But it was a two-hit night for the Angels backstop Travis d'Arnaud. We know that he likes to get paired up with Kyle Hendricks, and he had a big home run, his first at home this year.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, it's always nice to get the production out of bench players. I mean, he's not everyday player. They don't count him. So when he comes up big, he's been getting a lot of hits, chimed in with a couple home runs this year. It's just a big lift because, you know, Hoppy's a big part of the lineup. For him to come in there, there's really no letdown whatsoever. So good, happy for him.
Really happy for him. His first of the season was during that freeway series with the Dodgers, and he joked after the game, it felt like I was never going to hit a home run again. But I don't know if you heard him, GA. His family was all here. A lot of his Team d'Arnaud teammates in attendance tonight. So a really cool win for his battery mate in Kyle Hendricks, but special to someone out of the yard at home in a ballpark that he grew up coming to.
Yeah, it is always nice to have your family in the park with you because, you know, there's so many games we play and your family just can't. So whenever they can, especially that many, get together, that is pretty special. And he cooperated and had a good game at the plate.
I like how you said he cooperated and he had a little extra oomph in it tonight. How about some more offense for the Halos, GA? Chris Taylor starting tonight at second base. Ron Washington said before the game that he wanted to put him in his best position. CT33 told him second base was his best position in the hopes to get the bat going. And he seems to have found something tonight.
And there is something to that because when you're playing, you know, over his career, he has been more of a utility player. But when he came up, he was an infielder, and it's nice to be, because that's something you don't have to worry about. When you're playing in different positions, you're actually thinking about the defensive side of it more than the offensive side. So I'm sure just a lot of comfort there for him.
And a stolen base in this one to do, going up against his former team in the Mariners as well. Came up as a shortstop with the Mariners, so doing some damage against his former ball club, which there's always some motivation there.
Those coincidences always happen, it seems like. It's almost a cliche, but, you know, he's a proven veteran, and he, you know what you're going to get from him, and it was nice to see him chime in tonight with a couple hits.
Looked like he nearly was going to hit one out the ballpark, if not for the Mariners center fielder. Going back to what you mentioned with Wash putting at his strongest defensive position, here's the near home run. There
I'm indifferent to how he went about that, but, you know, the game nowadays allow for, you know, some gamesmanship on the field. You know, I date myself a little bit. I'm from a different era that it just wasn't really tolerated. So, but that's the game that they play today.
Okay, let's dig into that a little bit. What was it? Grade the robbery. How much of it was a robbery?
For me, with his athletic ability, it wasn't a very hard play at all. But, you know, what he did afterwards, it's like, okay, we know you caught the ball. Just let us know. I'm sure the umpires are probably upset, too, because they couldn't make a call.
Hey,
everybody in the stadium was waiting. Yeah. So, no, I knew he caught it, and it was just one of those things he did.
It is one of the things that he does, certainly. All right, how about Nolan Schanuel? We talked about him in the pregame show, how good he is, his discipline at the plate, and tonight, GA, he cashes in for the go-ahead run.
No, I like where he's at in the lineup because he can do a lot of different things. He can walk, and he has very good hand-eye coordination, so that all spells, you know, runs, driving in runs when you get the opportunity to do it. And, you know, the fact that he hits the ball all part of the park really makes him dangerous.
That's going to be something that we're going to see a lot more of from Nolan Schanuel. As long as guys are getting on ahead of him, he's going to be able to have the discipline to drive him in.
Well, yeah, and it's also just going to be, you know, patience on his part as well because he's still developing. I mean, it takes time at this level to develop, and he probably doesn't really fully grasp hitting yet at this level because he's just been up here for for a short time, but he is doing a lot of positive things because he does have a good eye and he does have very good hand-eye coordination.
Do you think he's getting closer to grasping it, or you see progress?
I see progress. That takes time. There's no accelerating development, but it's nice to see the bright spots like he did tonight by, you know, driving in a big run.
Yeah, he's not going to be flashy. In fact, one of the guys that he models his game after is Paul Goldschmidt, who's certainly not a flashy player either, but I think he turned out all right. Good news, though, Angels fans. How about this? The Halos won at home, so you just won free fries. Get free medium fries tomorrow with any $2 purchase, excluding tax. It's only on the McDonald's app and only at participating McDonald's. Fun win for Travis d'Arnaud. Halos tonight. Battery mate Kyle Hendricks picking up career win number 100. We'll take a look back at the Professor's Night next.
Is back in Motown. Right now in Major League Baseball, we have a new Tiger King. Tarek Skubal owns this mound.
Look at him walking off the mound. This guy's a nightmare.
This kid's special, doing it all.
Riley Green saves the day.
Does everything on the field, plays great defense, can steal bags.
He's a monster.
If I'm on time, I know my swing is going to be in the best spot possible for me to hit the ball.
Riley Green tears into another one.
That's the Tigers, baby.
Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Cubs are going to win today.
This is their chance to have another run. This is their time.
This is the Cubs division to lose this year.
They need to be singing the song quite a bit this year.
That's hammered. Kyle Tucker, welcome to the Cubs. Dansby swats it.
He's one of the most talented ball players.
Pete Crow Armstrong, what a stud.
Shota Imanaga, it's about falling in love with him.
Seiya Suzuki for the grand slam.
And this is when you put the pedal to the metal.
I think we got a really good team.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly.
Angels Live is presented by the OC Healthcare Agency. Navigate to a healthier you at angels.ocnavigator.org. Fun win tonight for the Halos at the Big A as they kick off Beach Weekend. Travis d'Arnaud with his first home run at home as the Halos win 5-4 against the Mariners. And sports fans, get ready for Golic and Golic, featuring Mike Golic Sr. and Mike Golic Jr. That's Jr. throwing out the ceremonial first pitch tonight, coming to FanDuel Sports Network starting June 9th. They're bringing the heat with bold takes, big personalities, and some of the biggest names in sports, so don't miss the action. It's weekdays at 12 p.m. only on FanDuel Sports Network. He was a great guest in the booth, Gia. I don't know if you heard him. Very entertaining conversation.
No, I didn't hear it at all.
Yeah, that's okay. You can tune in weekdays at 12 o'clock to hear the conversation. Set your alarm. Don't want to miss that. Let's dive into some of the pitching we saw tonight. Kyle Hendricks, as we mentioned, picked up career win number 100. Just so special.
Yeah, it is. That's just, I know we talk about, 200, 300 game winners, but winning 100 games at the major league level, that's excellence for a long time because there's so many factors involved and not really able to control your wins and your losses entirely. So yeah, it's a really big number, a huge thing to be proud of. I'm happy for him myself because I know what it takes to play at this level and be good, because everybody at this level plays at a really high level.
6 innings of work tonight with 4 earned runs, 2 punch outs. Special to do it at the ballpark he grew up a fan of too. I'm sure he had plenty of family, friends in the seats tonight in anticipation of this possibly being the case, but that makes it even more special.
Yeah, it does. You grow up as a kid and you go to major league ballparks and your kids have those dreams, and he actually got to live out a dream of actually pitching in this park, and let alone, getting his 100th win in this park. So just very happy for him tonight, and just like the work he's been doing this year.
What kind of celebration do you think he got inside?
I'm probably just going home. No, I don't know. These guys probably, poured water on him or something. I don't know.
He probably shook everybody's hand and said, have a great night.
Yeah,
I'll see you tomorrow.
He's such a, lively person, so.
I'm sure they had something in store for him. If not, Bussy had a great little toast for him. More on the pitching side of things. We know that the Angels bullpen has certainly turned a corner. Reed Detmer is part of the plan tonight, and then Kenley Jansen coming in to close the door in the 9th.
Yeah, they've been excellent, and they've been asked to do this quite a bit because they've been in a lot of games lately. So it's good that they've been able to keep up at a high level. They had a little snafu in Boston the other day, but Detmer's has been pitching lights out, and it's nice that Ron went out there and talked to him. And yeah, believe in yourself. You go after guys. Hitting's hard, so why are you making it harder on yourself? And I know exactly Ron went out there because he got 2 quick balls, and he's like, wait a minute, this is the bottom of the lineup. We can't do this.
And he was throwing gas too. And an easy night of work for Kenley Jansen to come in and close the door.
Yeah, he's just so efficient. He doesn't waste any pitches, and the most important thing he does more times than not is he gets that first out. And they always say get the leading lady, so he got the first out, and he was able to take advantage of the bottom tier of the lineup and made easy work of the 7, 8, 9 hitters.
They made it look easy tonight. Just overall for the bullpen though, and with Reed Detmers, he looks more comfortable coming in that role.
Yeah, I've noticed over the last 2-3 weeks, he seems more intent when he's out on the mound now. He's not trying, he's not searching for anything. He's throwing all the pitches that he has, and he's being confident with it. And I can see his body language as well. So, happy for him that he's able to, work through this. And there's times that you have to go through really tough times to learn how to get out of those things, because you're going to have some tough times at this level.
I know maybe we'll see him as a starter, but for right now, he's looking pretty good in the Angels bullpen. But we know that the Angels will need his arm and gladly take whatever his services may be. More post-game reaction ahead on Angels Live. Reed Detmers, part of a successful night for the Halos bullpen as Kyle Hendricks collects his career win number 100. On the other side of this break, we're going to hear some post-game thoughts from a very happy Ron Washington next.
The 611 podcast meets MLB Network. Join longtime teammates and former MVPs Jimmy Rollins and Ryan Howard, plus other former players for unfiltered conversations about baseball, culture, and life. Only on MLB Network.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Nissan. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Angels Live is presented by the OC Healthcare Agency. Navigate to a healthier you at angels.ocnavigator.org. Kenley Jansen gets the save. Kyle Hendricks gets career win number 100 as we head inside the Angels clubhouse to hear from the manager, Ron Washington, on tonight's win.
Yes, it is. 100. You know how hard that is? Especially, you know, thank God he's a dinosaur and he's been after it, because it's hard to do what he did, get 100 wins. It's really hard. With all the injuries that's going on and the fact that, you know, the industry itself is not leaving pitchers out there to go deep in the game. But, you know, and be the class act that he is, I talk about two things, presence and performance. His presence is always around. And when he's performing, you see him giving everything he has. Well-deserved, well-deserved. And he got more in the tank.
Seems like his ERA for the season doesn't really reflect the way he's pitched for you guys. How do you feel about that?
No, it doesn't. You know, I think he had a couple games where, you know, he gave up some big runs in some innings and it inflated it. And through the course of the year, he just got to keep going out there performing and dwindle it down. That's it. That's all you can do. You know, he's been keeping us in ball games.
What do you thought about just the way the offense has kind of been able, when you guys gave up runs, been able to kind of bounce back?
Well, that's what we've been looking for all year, you know, and now it's starting to happen, and we just got to stay after it. And Mike make a big difference by being in that lineup. He helped everybody else elevate their game, because now the opposing team know he's in that lineup. So, nope, they've been grinding their at bats, and recently it's been a little bit of everyone, and that's what it's going to take.
Tell Devers they made him throw fastballs really hard?
Say that again?
What did you tell Devers that made him just kind of...
Just boy talk. That's all. It was just boy talk. What you've seen is what Detmers is capable of doing, and the more he does it, the grander his confidence will get. I just was reminding him that he's the right person for the job that needed to be done at that moment, and don't get ahead of himself and just go ahead and get it done, and he did.
What do you see from Darno at the plate lately?
I've seen Darno do what he's doing. I'm not surprised by anything he does. You know, he got off to a slow start. Now he's starting to get some games under his belt, and now his mind is being stimulated a little bit, and he has the ability to hit the ball out the ballpark. I mean, not consistently, but he does have the ability to hit the ball out the ballpark. And I've watched him for 5 years come through in big situations time after time. So it's just a matter of him getting the time to play like he is right now, and he's going to be huge for us as we move forward. That was a big-time catch. You know, I'm just glad he didn't hurt himself the way he banged into that wall. As I told you guys, I don't want to have to put him out there 5-6 days in a row, but it might be right now. But Soler can play right field. He can play right field.
Chris Taylor was a few feet away from 3 for 3 with a homer. Chris Taylor was a few feet away from 3 for 3 with a homer. What did you see from him?
Well, again, he's the guy that wasn't getting any at-bats, and he came over here, and, you know, he has to get his game together quick. And sometimes when you put in that situation and you're a veteran, you find out if you got it or you don't have it. And he's finding out he still has it. So each game that he's got an opportunity to play, his swing got better, his contact got better, and now his mind is stimulated, and hope we can keep it going in that direction.
Glad he didn't get that bunt down?
No. That bunt presented what happened. We was trying to play the game, and I keep telling you guys, I believe in baseball, guys. You try to treat the game right, the game treats you right. Okay, he didn't get the bunt down. He come back and hit a double. You know, I was just trying to get the run, and I tried to get the run, treat the game right. The game gave us some respect, and he hit a double. So I'm glad he hit the double, but nope, I want him to get the bunt down.
Baseball God shining bright over the Halos in this one tonight. Just want to follow up, GA, on the note that you might have seen there. 11-4 in one-run games the Angels are. That's the best mark in Major League Baseball. Helps to have a future Hall of Fame closer on your roster too. But what else goes into that?
It goes into the first and foremost is the starting pitching. I mean, they've been holding it down for quite some time now. Give the team a chance to win every day, which is it takes a lot of pressure off a lot of different areas of the game. As far as the hitters don't have to think they have to hit the 5-run home run. The guys come out of the bullpen, they have to be perfect. So it's a collective thing to get those kind of wins together.
Starting pitching has certainly been solid for the Angels all season long, and they'll turn to Jack Hanowitz in Game 2, GA, who pitched against the Mariners early this season. Had a quality start against them, just didn't get any run support going up against Luis Castillo.
Yeah, and this is another guy that's also, learning at this level, and, you're going to have some ups and downs in development. And for me, though, it's fun to watch guys develop when they start to get it. It's really fun to see it because he does have the stuff. He just has to learn how to use it on a consistent basis and stay out of big innings.
Yeah, he's still trying to work his way through some things and get more comfortable with that extra pitch in his arsenal. Thanks for joining us on Angels Live postgame. Fun night at the ballpark for the Halos, getting back in the win column. A 5-4 win over the Mariners. They'll look to keep it going Saturday night from the Big A with Jack Hanowitz on the mound in Game 2. For Garrett Anderson, I'm Erica West, and enjoy the rest of your Friday. We'll see you for Halos and Mariners Game 2 Saturday at 6 o'clock from the Big A.